done. Stockton Honda cranks up the savings with amazing deals during the Honda Summer Event happening now. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, you'll find unbeatable selection, serious savings, and top dollar for your trade. From quick crosstown drives to full-blown road trips. Wherever you're headed, Stockton Honda is ready to help you get there in style. Start your summer adventures at Stockton Honda or StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Hey everybody, it's Kyle Draper for Bell Brothers, the No Surprise Guys. Right now is the perfect time to take advantage of their massive Labor Day savings. Up to $2,500 off select heating and cooling systems. Plus, they'll throw in a free 50-gallon water heater. These deals won't last long, so call Bell Brothers, the No Surprise Guys, or visit them at nosurpriseguys.com.
Attention taxpayers. If you owe $5,000 or more and have missed another tax deadline, you're officially on the IRS's radar. The IRS has resumed aggressive collections. That means wage garnishments, bank levies, even seizures of your home, car, or retirement accounts. If you owe $5,000 or more and missed the deadline, you're stacking new debt on top of what you already owe. Call Priority Tax Relief now. Their experts fight back fast and are saving their clients millions in tax debt every month.
I owed over $50,000. And they settled it for pennies on the dollar. These guys are as legit as they come.
After speaking on my behalf with the IRS, my entire debt of $25,000 will be eliminated.
Whether you've received collection letters or you're already facing liens and garnishments, call for your free consultation. There are no upfront fees. Priority Tax Relief. Let's make your taxes our priority. Call 800-406-1584. 800-406-1584. 800-406-1584.
Priority Tax Relief.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Avriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo with RVs of Sacramento and the Smud Museum of Science and Curiosity. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
KHDK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
Feeding your passion for local sports in the afternoon. It's the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Kyle Draper on your radio at 1140 a.m.
Streaming audio at SacktownSports.com and the Sacktown Sports app.
You can also watch the show on YouTube at Sacktown Sports 1140. Here are the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Kyle Draper.
Jay Johnson. Here it is, Friday, August 22nd. 2 o'clock on the nose, big fella. In less than 4 hours, your boy will be on vacation. And
you're already on vacation.
I really
mentally.
am.
The only thing that's not on vacation is your physical being.
My body is here. But it's like the last day of school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ain't no work getting done. You ain't listening to the teacher. I'm already on the plane. I'm already packing for the trip in my mind. I just got to get through these 4 hours, big man.
That's easy work. Come on, man.
Is it easy?
Easy work, brother.
Let me see what we got coming up on the show. Let me see what Jay done set us up with in terms of guests today. Ooh, coming up. Okay, all right. Coming up at 4 o'clock, Chris Sylvester, ESPN play-by-play for tomorrow's huge high school football game between Folsom and Grant. He's coming up at 3 o'clock. You added something in there too, Jay.
Well, 4 o'clock.
Or 4 o'clock. At 3:30, John Keim. Is that how you say it?
Yes, sir.
ESPN Washington Commanders reporter.
Yeah.
Got to get into the Brian Robinson situation.
The steal of the century.
You know what, Jay? You know
what, man? Let me see if I throw that out there. Would have come back my way.
You know what, though? Let's get right into it, man. If you haven't heard the news, the 49ers, they added some depth at the running back position, trading for Brian Robinson Jr. from the Washington Commanders for a 6th round pick. Sixth round.
Come on, man. That's a giveaway.
He's 26 years old. Last season averaged 4.3 yards per carry, close to 800 yards total, had 8 touchdowns. For his career, Jay.
That's split time.
He averages 4.1 yards per carry. You call it the steal of the century.
Yeah, I'm being sarcastic. But
I will say it is a steal.
It's a thievery.
It's a steal.
Yeah. On top of that, Brian makes about $4 million, 3.5, 3.7, depending on you ask. And the Commanders are going to pay 65, 70% of that salary next year. So the Niners on the hook for $1 million. They spending that in beer for the tailgate week 1.
Dude, only spending $1 million, only giving up a 6th round pick for a 26-year-old running back, a guy who could have been a 1,000-yard rusher if he would have got the ball enough.
Yeah, easy.
It wasn't for lack of attempts or anything like in terms of production. He just didn't get the attempts.
Nope.
This is a huge move for the Niners, as much as it pains me to say this. And mark this date down, 2:03 on August 22nd, 2025. The Niners did something right. I know they do other things.
You trying to say like they don't do nothing right?
I know. But this one, I saw this and I was like, damn, this is a hell of a move. We were just talking the other day. Man, if something happened to CMC, they done. They toast.
It's over.
But now you got a capable backup. Now you also got a guy that could split some carries with CMC. CMC's workload doesn't have to be 25, 30 touches a game, if you will.
On top of that, you don't have to trust Isaac Garendo to stay healthy, Patrick Taylor Jr. to stay healthy. This is a guy, if you split it right and do it well, he's a bell cow. He's a workhorse. And he doesn't really have that much mileage. He's pretty much been split duty since he's come into the league. Now, he's had some things that has caused that, but, you do the history and the research on it. But when he is given opportunity, he showcases nothing but talent.
And as Mike I said, it pains me to say it, but we went into this week talking about the Niners being thin at running back, being thin at wide receiver. And I still think they're thin at wide receiver with guys hurt and everything like that. But I actually like the Sky Moore move also.
Really?
I do.
Because you're taking it, you're just getting it for free?
Yeah, it's again, like you're not having a low risk, high reward kind of option.
No, I think with the Sky Moore, we didn't really discuss it.
Yeah, we didn't get too much into that. Yeah.
And Alan had a great point. And I think it was a couple days ago. I know that's saying a lot, right?
Okay.
There was a couple days ago, he said, normally any wide receiver come from just about, 28, 29 other teams throughout the league, 30 teams throughout the league. You give the 49ers a pass in the form of he's coming to Shanahan's offense. And even if he wasn't utilized properly or, he wasn't put in the proper spots.
Right.
When you come to Shanahan's offense and the 49ers, you'll probably be a little bit better than where you were for another squad.
Mm-hmm.
But he made a great point. If there is a team in the league that you probably don't give the pass for in that instance, it's the Kansas City Chiefs. Mm-hmm. Andy Reid, Pat Mahomes, Travis Kelce, so on and so forth. Their offense is high-powered as well. And so if you can't operate in the KC Chiefs offense, you're probably not going to do a bang-up job in the 49ers offense. So he made a great point, and I hadn't thought about that. There's always an exception to the rule. There's always a but, and he did say that. I'm not trying to say like he didn't. But it was a great point. I'll say this. The offenses are a little bit different, though.
Right.
And that we know that makes a somewhat of a difference. But if it's me, I expect to see Sky Moore a little more wildcat type, and not so much as under the center, but using with trick plays, kind of out the box type plays. And you don't really see that too much with the Chiefs because Pat Mahomes is kind of the out the box guy anyway.
Yeah.
Now they do some good things with the running back, pitches, tosses, things like that. But as far as for the wide receivers, I don't really think they trust their wide receivers enough
Right.
to kind of be exotic with them. So,
Right.
Shanahan will dial up a few exotic plays here and there, which I believe we need a little bit more.
When you look at the 49ers depth chart at the wide receiver position, Jay, it's a mass unit.
Oh, man.
Everybody's banged up.
Yeah, everybody.
I mean, Ayuk, we know his
Everybody.
situation. Juwan Jennings, Cowing. We didn't even talk about Demarcus Robinson, who I actually like.
Yeah.
I like what I
Veteran
saw
presence.
from him, in the veteran presence. Saw him, preseason game number 1 or 2. I can't remember which one it was. But I'm like, all right, this dude might be able to help him. But now he's out, the first 3 games as well. Tricky Ricky P. You got Sky Moore now. And so you got some depth out there. You still don't have that top end number 1 receiver.
No.
But on this day, and like I said, it pains me to say it, they've improved at the wide receiver and the running back position. Running back more so, because I think Brian Robinson Jr. can be a starting tailback.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like,
no doubt.
Some people want to downplay it. And, you look at that Washington offense, look at his numbers 2 years ago versus this last season. They get Jaden Daniels, and so the offense is going to change a little bit. But Brian Robinson Jr., 2 seasons ago, Jay, actually was a threat out the backfield too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so he's not just a first and second down back. Like, you can use him in passing situations too. He is, if CMC is the gold standard, Brian Robinson Jr. is the understudy.
Oh, no doubt.
You know what I mean? Like when the star actor takes off, all right, you're the fill-in. Not as good as the star actor, we know, but you can get the job done. That's what Brian Robinson Jr. is. And so I'm looking at this Niners team, and I still think there's some question marks, no doubt about it. We could talk about the youth on the defense. How's the offensive line going to hold up? What about the wide receiving core? Is it going to be healthy? But I thought this was a good move. And like you said, you called it the steal of the century. Not going to go that far. But this is a hoodwink. This is a bamboozle. And I'm trying to figure out why Washington wanted to move off of him, though, for this cheap, Jay.
Because
they're paying the salary,
right?
75%.
I'm with you on the price, the value of what they're recouping. They saved $3.3 million in cap space, which is, makes sense if you spend it $2 million. You're up 1.3, but of course 3.3 on paper, and we know that matters when we're talking about caps. The other part of it too, though, is I think going into the season, I did a lot of research once Brian Robinson was traded to the 49ers. A lot of people thought Austin Eckler would be the odd man out the room. But Austin Eckler is just a machine. He just keeps going and going and going, right? He's Duracell battery. And on top of that, they have a few young guns over there in Washington that we know in football, and we see it a lot in basketball. You're trying to keep the cap space open as much as possible and be able to work around in different avenues. So they believe they have a couple of young guns, a la which we saw with the 49ers, Isaac Garendo, Mason, Jordan Mason, people like that over the last few years, that Brian Robinson was expendable. The cold part of which is interesting is remember, he got shot coming out of college when he got drafted. Alabama, he got shot. So that caused him to miss some time. Right. Kind of bounced back that first year. But really beyond that, he's never truly been given the opportunity to say, hey, you are the number one. But every time you go back and look, and like I said, I did a lot of research today. I tapped in with a couple of my Commanders guys, Mike Jones, USA Today, who used to write over for Washington, John Kine, Richens, like a bunch of dudes who are locked in. And everybody was like, I don't really understand how they couldn't get any more for Brian Robinson. With the understanding of, okay, we're right up on the cusp of the season.
Yeah.
But 2 people said it would have been sharper for Washington to wait to see who's cut day. But you just never know. Maybe a few. taking another week or two to see if anybody, not to sound like this, but see if somebody gets injured. Maybe they're yearning a little more for a running back. But I truly think CMC's 29. We know he's been banged up quite a bit. Truly, if CMC was to miss the time that he did last year, going into this season, and this was one of my questions, especially with Garendo hurt now, are we leaning on Garendo and Patrick Taylor?
Right. Yes.
That's a far cry from CMC.
Right.
Now, B. Robinson, okay, I got a starting caliber type running back, and I know it. So it's a good move. Again, I'm sarcastic in the form it was the steal of the century. But for what they gave up, even if it's a 1-year deal, what's the chances and odds a six round person, 6-round player next year even makes the team?
Right. You're right. 6-rounder?
Man, that's nothing.
That's nothing.
There's only 7 rounds in the league these days, brother.
Yeah. We're going to have ESPN's Washington Commanders insider John Kimes join us coming up at the top of the hour. I'm looking at his Twitter feed right now, and Schefter posted Commanders trading running back Brian Robinson to the Niners in exchange for a 2026 6th-round pick. Keim quote tweeted that, Jay, and said, resolution. Were there some things going on behind the scenes? Was Brian Robinson Jr. unhappy with his role? Was he unhappy splitting carries? You mentioned Austin Eckler out there. They got Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, also a draft pick that they had, is on the depth chart. John Keim said resolution, like there was some sort of beef, if you will, going on behind the scenes. And maybe what the Niners are doing and what they did is sort of, what we want to see from the Kings. You've always a distressed asset, buy and low.
Yep.
Brian Robinson Jr., and I don't want to overplay my hand and hype this guy up, to be better than what he is. But he's a damn good running back.
He is, man.
This is a great move for the San Francisco 49ers. They needed depth at that position. And to your point, Isaac Garendo, he's shown some flashes. We saw him last year. He's shown, but if CMC goes down, are you really comfortable with Isaac Garendo as the everyday back?
I never was. Because Garendo, as soon as he's hit the league, he's been hurt.
Yeah.
I think, and you speak to resolution, and we'll have John Keim on here at 3:30. There is never been, and this is again my check-ins, my reach outs to the Commanders, beat reporters, and insiders. For whatever reason, there's never been a comfortable situation between the organization and who he is, especially the way he came into the league. Now, albeit it wasn't his fault that he got shot.
Right.
But for whatever reason, he just hasn't been given the opportunity to be their number one. He's a 1B, a 1A sometime. And even sometimes, like one of the insiders said, I've asked numerous times why Brian hasn't been given an opportunity to mess up more or make more mistakes. I think is what it was phrased. He's been quick to be, pulled or not given some of the ample opportunity that others have. Now, albeit, again, Austin Eckler came last year for the Commanders. And, that changes a few things because, he's a proven commodity is Austin Eckler. But as you said, Drapes, I'm not going to sit up here and be like, oh, okay, it was a steal and they got Saquon Barkley. Like I told you, when the Eagles got Saquon Barkley last year, I told you, I said, that is the best move that any NFL team could make. Because remember, Saquon, people knew he was great, but even coming off the Giants, he was a distressed asset a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
He's not going to be on that level. But knowing CMC, he's going to miss 3, 2, 4 games probably. That's just the way it's set up. This dude can run for 2-3 weeks and still come out the backfield. You don't have to change the offense. He's still going to catch the rock. It's a good move.
916-339-1140, 916-339-1140. If you're a Niners fan, you want to weigh in on that, you could do that as well. Coming up, Jay said, 3:30? John Keim is going to join us and talk more about Brian Robinson Jr. Jay, before we get into some of the other top stories of the day, we're going to talk about the Dallas Cowboys situation. Got to talk about the Sacramento Kings as well. And, Jeff T calling Andre Iguodala the worst NBA All-Star ever.
Man.
That's disrespect.
That's some hate.
Iguodala going to be a Hall of Famer, bro.
I don't know. That's
Finals MVP.
Okay.
Multiple All-Star, multiple-time champ.
Yeah. He's close. He's on the border. Did he put enough time in college? Or did he put it? I shouldn't say time because time wasn't there, but did he put in enough stats and, All-American? Like, I don't remember. I'd have to go back to his college
stats.
Yeah, at Arizona. But were they that dominant?
I don't know if they were. But I feel like those Warrior teams, it's almost like the 60s Celtics. We're like the ninth man. You know what I mean? Like they had like 8, 9 Hall of Famers because they won so much.
Right.
In the modern era, that Warriors team, because they won so much. And let's not forget, Iguodala, all rookie, 2-time all defense, all-star, 4-time NBA champ.
That's the one right there.
Right there.
Mm-hmm.
4-time NBA champ.
You forget about he was there for that many.
Mm-hmm.
You truly do.
Mm-hmm.
Like all of them? He was there?
He was there.
Doesn't feel like it.
He went out on top. Well, he only played 8 games.
Yeah, 2022, he was more of a coach.
Yeah, he is more of a coach. But he might get the Hall of Fame now. And we'll talk about Jeff Teague, and I know Jay going to play that sound a little later on. But damn, one of his worst seasons, he actually got the All-Star nod. And so we're going to deep dive into who I think is the worst All-Star of all time.
Does he, let's see, he's a All-American once in college. I was trying to see how he finished in Sixth Man of the Year. So the highest, he finished twice. He finished second twice for Sixth Man of the Year award, back to back. And then he's got a 4th place finish and a 10th place finish. A Defensive Player of the Year, 5th place finish, 9th place finish, 7th place. So 1, 2, 3, 4 top 10 Defensive Player of the Year award rankings. All defense, first team once. All defense, second team once. Been voted on Defensive Player of the Year 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 times. Man, he's right there. He's the. I don't know if you were here and it was me and Whitey and we were having this conversation. There is a account on X now, Twitter, that is called the Baseball Hall of Good, and somebody created this account.
Yeah,
and they have literally. They put out, some type of ballot and people vote. And then whoever gets the vote, they contact this person or at that person.
Okay.
And players who have been getting elected to this Hall of Good have responded and it was like, oh, thank you. And giving speeches and stuff. So it's like a cool little thing. Yeah. I say that to say he's almost better than Hall of Good, but he's borderline Hall of Famer. Like, what's in between? No such thing.
No such thing.
You either got to fall on your Hall of Famer or you're just right out of it, right?
Yes.
Like, Iguodala is a type of dude, Drapes, you know who he is?
Who?
Where he won't get, and we see this in baseball and football quite a bit, he might not get elected as the active ballots, but get elected in the senior.
The veterans committee. Or whatever.
Yeah, right. Iguodala's kind of that dude to me.
Nah, you might be right. You might be right.
11 and 5 and 4. 11 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 33%, free throw shooter 70. He's right there, man. What's his best year?
Well, his best year came when he was with Philly. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, fourth year,
Okay.
Jay. He averaged 19.9 points, 5.4 rebounds, 4.8 assists, and did not make the All-Star that year. Then he backed it up with 18.8 points per game.
There was about 5 years he was close to around 20 for Philly, right? Give me his rookie year. What did he do?
9 points, 5.7 rebounds.
That's not bad. How about his second year?
12.3 points.
Okay, so when did he turn it on? He had
third year,
okay.
18.2.
All right.
And I remember those Sixers teams, the later ones that Iguodala was on, the 09, 010, 2010, 2000, because they battled the Celtics. He was the leader of their team. Like, he was the best player on those teams.
Who's on that team? Is that Elton Brand and company?
Elton Brand, I think Lou Williams was on that team.
Is Dallenberg part of that crew? Or is that a little
that
too
might
early
be a little
for them?
too early. Yeah, but they didn't have much.
My boy was on there, Royal Ivy, right?
Royal Ivy, Evan Turner.
Okay.
Remember E.T.? Evan Turner was on some of those teams. Like, that's a great question.
What about Lefty? Lefty. Oh, man. He went to Indiana, too. Man, he was a little hooper for a minute. Thaddeus Young.
Oh, Thad Young. Yep. Thad.
Right.
You know who else was on? Was JJ on those teams? JJ Redick?
Oh, man.
I need to lay, yeah. But they had some talent, but they didn't have a guy. Iguodala was their guy at the time.
Okay, I'm looking. 18-2, 19-9, 18-8, 17-1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then he had 14, 12, 13. So that must have been when he last couple of years of Philly. Then he had quick stop in Denver, right? Yep.
Yeah.
13. And then he kicked over to the Warriors.
You know who Andre Iguodala is? Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, he definitely is.
You know what I mean? Like, was the guy at one place, but then reinvented himself and became a solid, hell of a role player. But here's the question, though. If Iguodala gets in, should Robert Horry get in?
Nah, because he never was the best on his team ever. And I don't
think
he
got 7 championships, Shay? Come on.
You know what he is? He is a type of person, type of player that you need as part of your posse, your committee, your party to go win a championship. But truly, as you just said a minute ago, Iguodala at one point in time was the best on his team.
Right.
Robert Horry could never have that distinction.
Never say that. Yeah.
At points in times, Robert Horry, and this isn't the argument for Iguodala because people could say, well, Jay, he didn't start for the Warriors either. But I think it was he understood his role, and they asked him to do those things. I'm not saying Robert Horry didn't, and maybe we'll ask him when he comes to the Sack Autograph show here with Emron, if I even dare to even talk to him. But it'd be interesting to get a conversation from Robert Horry. Did any DeFeel or, Pop, or did anybody ever come to you and say, hey, you know what, man, we want you to come off the bench even though we know you can start? I felt like he was just one of those guys that knew his role, and he played it well. But Iguodala's got a little more skin in the game, Drapes. He's got an all-star. He's got defensive player of the year movements. Like, I think if we look at Robert Horry's accomplishments, more times than not, it's the fact that he's won a championship. But people would attest, well, man, he played with Kobe. He played with Shaq. He played with, so on and so forth. Hakeem and guys like
Tim
that.
Duncan. Oh, right. Yeah. 916-339-1140. You want to weigh in? Hall of Fame. Is Andre Iguodala the worst all-star? Should he be a Hall of Famer? What about Robert Horry? And I see Campio on the YouTube chat coming for one of my guys. I'm not going to stand for that. We got the Drive Guys here on Sacktown Sports 1140.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9861. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9861. That's 800-575-9861. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
High voltage live boxing action returns to the venue on September 6th as Uppercut Promotions presents 6 big fights featuring undefeated fighters. Thunder Showdown September 6th at the venue at Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Tickets at Ticketmaster. Fight cards subject to change.
This is Alan Stiles on Sacktown Sports 1140, and the big deals are rolling in at Folsom Buick's GMC's end of summer sales event. Right now, take home the 2025 Sierra 1500 Crew Cab Denali with $13,500 off MSRP, or lease it for just $699 a month for 24 months with $5,999 due at signing. This is your chance to drive the bold and powerful Sierra 1500 Crew Cab built to stand out on the road. When the summer ends, so do these deals. So don't miss out. Visit FolsomBuick.com today.
Listen to the 49er Rewind daily. Brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza, the official pizza of the 49ers. Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be. Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Mocash, Vincent Mason, and Abriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo with RVs of Sacramento and the Sled Museum of Science and Curiosity. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
Get in on the action at Sky River Casino. With over 80 table games, the hottest slot machines, and a thrilling high-limit room, you'll enjoy a casino experience on a whole new level. Just minutes from Sacramento, right off Highway 99 in Elk Grove. Join in the fun. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Visit skyriver.com today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Just announced, Stockton Honda has been named #1 of California's best car dealers in 2025 by USA Today and Statista. This prestigious award is based on thousands of customer reviews and recommendations, ranking dealerships for service, value, and satisfaction. Out of hundreds evaluated, Stockton Honda is proud to be #1, recognized for all-around excellence and commitment to our customers. Visit Stockton Honda, where reputation meets the road.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV, RV wins.
What, are you going to take the RV to the mountains or go pick up your dry cleaning?
RV wins!
Are we cleaning the gutters or taking the RV camping?
RV wins!
Are we getting a new passport or cruising up the coast?
RV wins!
Don't forget, you got that trip to Sweden coming up.
Oh, yeah, passport, then RV.
With Progressive, you can bundle your RV with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings in your RV. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states and situations.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number biggest sale of the year. All beds on sale, up to 50% off the limited edition smart bed. Limited time. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Back here on the Drive, guys. Sacktown Sports 1140. Drapes and Jay here with you till 6 o'clock. Coming up at 3:30. We got John Keim, ESPN Washington Commanders insider, to talk about the 49ers acquiring Brian Robinson Jr., the running back, and what it means for the Niners, and why were the Commanders so quick to trade him at such a bottom basement price, if you ask me, a 6th-round pick. Diving back into that conversation about worst all-stars and who's a Hall of Famer and who's not. Jeff Teague on his podcast, the 520 podcast, said Andre Iguodala is the worst all-star of all time. Well, I Googled the NBA's worst all-star. And NBA Hoops Online lists Jamal McGlure as the worst all-star.
Jamal
McGlure.
McGlure.
Yeah.
What team did he make it for?
He was with the Raptors.
Back
in 2000 something. I can't remember
that
which
probably
year
is
that
one
was.
of them things like, oh, you know what? We're going to change from guard from position and just make it positionless.
Right. They got our boy James Donaldson as the number 2. I'm like, come on, put some respect on big James Donaldson, local cat. Chris Gatling.
What? CG was putting up numbers that year. That's
was
my guy.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah. There's some long nights with CG.
Don Sunderledge.
Before my time, sir.
This to write up on Don Sunderledge. Arguably the worst player on this list. His career was cut short, but not by injuries, but rather really a desire to play. Don Busey. I don't even remember him. Hot Rod Hundley. Shout out to Hot Rod Hundley. They did not list the year. Hundley was a 2-time All-Star for the Lakers in the 60s and was a college star at West Virginia. Number 1 overall pick back in 1957. Tyrone Hill. Remember Tyrone Hill? 1995.
Philadelphia, baby.
Yeah, Philadelphia. Dale Davis, Antonio Davis.
Wow.
Yeah, Ricky Green.
Okay.
Shut up on this list. Number 11, B.J. Armstrong. Come on, man. That's blasphemous.
What year did BJ get in there?
I didn't even know BJ was an all-star. I got to look that up. Looking it up right now. BJ Armstrong was an all-star in the year 1994, 93-94. Averaged 14.8 points that season. Damn. 3.9 assists. But he was an all-star. Also on this list, you got the big fella, Mark Eaton. Lionel Hollins is on this list.
Okay.
AC Green. Come on, man.
Dang,
AC Green
snuck into an all-star game?
Hey, AC is an all-star for many reasons, big fella. Because he's done some things most people can't do. Shout out to AC Green. Dana Barros.
Man, nah, that can't be right. Dana used to fire it off.
Yeah, he used to, Can you imagine Dana Barros in today's game? 10, 11 threes he getting? Come on, man. He would light it up.
Dana Barros had tremendous stroke.
And Kermit Washington.
Okay.
In 1980, averaged 13 points and 10 rebounds, and he was an all-star. We started talking about Andre Iguodala, whether he's a Hall of Famer or not, and people weighing in. Compio, who I respect, friend of show, hits me up on social media, Instagram from time to time. Loyal listener, great golf game. And you know, Jay, usually I have a point where I don't like to demean our listeners. You know what I mean? Like, because they spending their valuable time listening to us. But when you say something as crazy as Compio said in the YouTube chat, I got to come at you. Here's what he said, Jay. If Chris Bosh is a Hall of Famer, then Andre Iguodala is a Hall of Famer.
Nah, that's different.
He goes on to say they put anybody in the Hall of Fame nowadays. Bosh was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. This is Campio. This is a loyal listener of the show. He says, Draper, bring it. Bosh was an average NBA player. How and I had this argument in Boston a decade ago. I told them, Chris Bosh is a Hall of Famer, and they laughed at me. I said, dog, multiple championships, 8-time All-Star. This was a decade ago. I dare anybody to pull up Chris Bosh's basketball reference page. Ready for the accolades, Jay?
Bosh was a beast, man.
11-time All-Star.
That's
End
enough
of discussion
itself,
right there, right?
That's enough in itself.
So, Capio, I get it, big fella. Yeah, you know what I mean? Bosh, not your guy.
11-time All-Star.
11-time. But he says they put anybody in the Hall of Fame nowadays. Bosh was the 11-time All-Star, was the straw that broke the camel's back. Campio.
How many years Chris Bosh play?
Chris Bosh
About
played 13. So 11 of the 13 years.
That's ridiculous.
He was an all-star, Jay.
And he easily won 2 of those years because the last year he played for sure could have been wiped out. He easily probably no blood clot makes it to the All-Star game every single year he plays.
Right.
And he might have had 2 to 3 years robbed from him for career-wise because of the blood clot.
And what people are saying, well, how many of those years were on the Heat? Chris Bosh's all-star campaign with the Heat. 1, 2, and remember, he only played 4 years with LeBron.
Right.
First of all, let's get that straight. 6 years with the Heat. 5. He was a 5-time all-star before he even went to Miami.
Absolutely. What was the point of saying, well, how many of those with the Heat? How about you should say how many were those with the Raptors?
Right.
He was already an all-star. He was already an animal. He was already a beast.
Dude, his final year with the Raptors, Jay.
Man, people just don't like Chris Bosh.
They don't like Chris. Chris Bosh, that's why I said he is my guy.
Chris Bosh is an animal.
Animal. He averaged 24 points, 10.8 rebounds.
You know, he is the perfect example of if I don't go and play, and teach his own. Now, someone wants to argue and say, well, he took the easy route to go play with Wade and LeBron and all that.
Mm-hmm.
As we've seen, there's been a bunch of players who have done that now.
Right.
So I think that kind of goes out the window. But some people still, bring it up. If Bosh stays at Toronto for another 4 years, he's throwing up damn near 30 a game.
Right.
Like people forget. You go look at Raptors Bosh. I don't know what happened, and maybe it's the Miami life and the linen pants and the fly shirts.
But he was throwing it down on cats.
Man, Toronto Bosh, he wasn't to be played with. He got to Miami and he, even out a little bit. Maybe it was his family or, like I said, sitting on the beach and, maybe the money because he signed a huge deal made the stresses go away. Toronto, though, he's the type of dude dunk on you and push you. Go back and watch it.
Campio says, you play 4 years with LeBron, have a chance of being an all-star. LeBron makes Reeves look good. Yeah, but we just pointed out the career before he met up with LeBron.
He was already 5 deep.
5 deep. He's an 11-time all-star and only played with LeBron for 4 years, Campio. So tell me what happened the other 7. He missed the all-star his first 2 years, Jay.
Yeah.
Made it 11 straight years after that. Man. So I'm not going to sit here and have this Chris Bosh in. Of course. I ain't even got to look, but I guarantee you, when you look at Chris Bosh, he was 2003 or 2004 all-rookie. He is an all-NBA performer in 06-07. Before he even joined up with LeBron, he was all-NBA. Multiple-time champ, 2-time champ. And think about it. He had to retire when he was 31.
That's what I said. He easily got 4 years ripped off his career.
Yep.
On top of the last year, he wasn't extremely healthy. And he still put up dub almost, right?
Yeah, 19.1.
Yeah.
His final season.
Dude.
So we got to take Chris Bosh off this list, Compio. I'm sorry. He
that's
a hater.
Personal thing.
Yeah, that's all right.
And I get it. Bosh is the type. He for whatever reason, he has rubbed people the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
There's been memes about him. There's some things personally people have attacked between him and his family and his wife and all those different avenues. But as far as a hooper, Chris Bosh was a beast, man.
Right.
I get why people, dislike him in this personal situation, but hooping, man, 11.5 out the gates, 11-7 out the gates, 16-9 your second year, 22-9, 22-10, 22-9. That's before. Oh, what more? 22-10. And one more, 24-11. That's before you even go to Miami.
Right, before you even go to Miami.
Did you hear? His rookie year, he put up 11-7. His second year, 16-9. 22, 22, 22, 22, 24. 9, 10, 9, 10, 11. That's before he even got to South Beach.
Before he even got to
South Beach. Man, let me
Beach.
tell you something. Capio, if there's anybody on the Kings right now that put up them stats, you be talking about
build a statue for this
man,
dude.
You got to stop.
And we
all dislike certain people. I get it.
And here's the thing, Compio. And I don't want to make this all about you, but Chris Bosh is my guy. Like, he's a first team all drapes. I've always been a huge Bosh fan. Spencer Lampkin says, I'm not dogging on Bosh. It's just that you can't go by all-stars because those are determined by fans. You can't tell me Toronto was a hotbed for fan voting for Chris Bosh. This ain't like it was Yao Ming in China or anything like that. Come on, man.
Again, Drapes, I'm going to say it one more time. The least amount of points he ever scored in his career was his rookie year. The least amount of rebounds this dude has ever put up is 7.
Right.
Just under 7. He took a back seat to try to win. So has numerous stars now. This ain't 2005. This ain't 2010. Dudes are jumping all through the league.
In hopes of getting a ring.
In hopes of getting rings. This dude has put 20 a game and 9 rebounds almost. He's almost close to a double-double for his career. On top of that, he got easily 2 to 3 years stolen away from him because of blood clot.
Right.
He's a 20-10 guy just about.
And here's the thing, though, Jay.
What hasn't, let me ask you
Go
this,
ahead.
Drake, or anybody. What hasn't he accomplished?
Right.
The only thing you could possibly say, well, he didn't make all defensive team. About the only thing you could say.
No, well, your boy Compio, loyal listener to the show. I didn't see a high basketball IQ with Bosh. Yo, what are we doing, Compio? Dude, you can just, it's okay to admit, you know what, dang.
You're right.
You know what? You're right, guys. I messed this one up. You're right.
Do you think if we went down the history, and I know this is insane, people are like, oh, Jay, you ain't saying that much. But if you went down the annals of history for the Sacramento Kings, you know how many people average 20 and 10? Probably
in Sacramento?
Come on, man.
2?
Probably you can count on one hand.
One hand, yeah.
How many put up a 20 and 10 season?
Right.
This dude's got numerous of those.
I was going to say just C-Web and DeMarcus. There might be some others, but on first glance.
Reggie Theus, maybe.
Here you go. Compio says Sabonis is putting up similar numbers. I guess he's on his way to the Hall of Fame.
He is.
Right. That's the thing.
I mean, nobody's saying that. But you're also forgetting All-Star. You're also forgetting Championships.
There you go. And here's the thing.
Bosh retired when? 31?
31.
Sabonis is 29.
Exactly.
He about 8 All-Stars behind right now. No disrespect to Domas.
Right.
He's a beast.
No disrespect. And Bosh actually led his team to the playoffs too. Before he went to Miami. Like, he got Toronto in the playoffs in back-to-back years, 07, 08. And so I want to turn this whole show into a don't diss my guy, Chris Bosh. But damn, Campio, you're our guy, big fella. It's okay to admit you got one wrong. We're going to continue this discussion. Andre Iguodala.
Disrespect, dog.
Is he the worst all-star ever? You know who and we're going to play the Jeff Teague sound here in a second. I thought there was another player that would have taken this honor. And I'm looking at all the lists, Jay, and nobody's listing this player. And so maybe I'm biased. Maybe I'm Campio against this player. You know what I mean? I'm channeling my inner Campio. I'll tell you who it is in a second. But first, here's what Jeff Teague had to say about Andre Iguodala.
One time he made the true facts. He made the All-Star team one time, and y'all can ask Blue Will. He made the All-Star team one time because the coach didn't want Lou Will to make it. Lou Will was the leading scorer.
He's been vocal about that.
Yeah, he was an all-star with 12 points, respectfully.
All respect. But
people said I had the worst stats as the all-star. That is the worst stat.
Iggy do other shows, yeah.
I'm sorry, them is the weakest stats for all-star.
12 points.
Y'all got beefed up. Those are the weakest stats.
Listen.
Damn. First of all, Teague being a hater. He being a hater. But I get it. 12.5 points, that's kind of low, Jay. It'd be different.
Yeah,
and the thing about that, too, with Andre Iguodala and the 12.5 points, it'd be different if he is a big man also averaging 11, 12 rebounds.
Right.
Something like that. But I could see what Jeff Teague is saying. Andre Iguodala in the 11-12 season averaged 12.4 points per game. That was the shortened season also, 66 games that season was. That squad was 35-31. On that team, you had Lou Williams, 14.9 points. Drew Holiday, 13.5 points. Thaddeus Young, 12 points. Andre Iguodala was the 4th leading scorer on that team.
Oof. Yeah, that's tough.
That's tough. Maybe not the worst all-star.
Who was on that? What year was this?
11-12.
All right.
No, yeah, 11-12 on that Sixers team. Evan Turner was a second-year player on that squad. Elton Brand. Iguodala, 12.4 points, 6.1 rebounds, 5.5 assists. And I ain't disrespecting Andre Iguodala because he had a hell of a career. But Teague might be on to something, man.
I'm just going to I'm looking to see who's on that roster. And then I'm going to go and see who did not make it. So the starters were Wade, LeBron James, Dwight Howard, Melo, Derrick Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Reserves, Chris Bosh, Rajon Rondo.
Hold up, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
You said Chris Bosh.
Yeah, I did.
So that's not a fan vote.
No.
Coaches put Chris Bosh. Okay.
Very
Okay.
true.
All right. Just wanted to make that point. All right, go
Absolutely. Rajon Rondo, Paul Pierce, Roy Hibbert, Luau Deng, and I just missed Darren Williams.
Mm.
So you have one big man, right? Because that's Hibbert.
Yeah.
You got Bosh as the second big man, as your power forward. You got D. Will, Rondo. Those are 2 point guards. Iguodala, Paul Pierce, your 2 shooting guards, and Dang is your small forward. All right, now we need to see who
didn't make it.
And actually, Joe Johnson made the All-Star game, and Rondo replaced him.
Oh, Rondo was a replacement.
Replacement for Joe Johnson.
I got a list here, Jay.
Of that year?
Yeah,
Okay.
2012 10 most unforgivable snubs. Let's see here. Kyrie Irving is on this list.
Does it give like their stats?
Let's see here. With Kyrie. No, it doesn't give the stats, though. He says, thus far, Kyrie has put up better numbers than the Cavs' last number 1 draft pick. He's only a rookie, but he's clearly the leader, and the Cavs have played decent basketball. Also, and this just Eastern Conference, Josh Smith.
Ooh, Josh Smith used to be a beast.
Yeah, Josh Smith was a beast. This article doesn't have the stats. I wish they had the stats to back it up. Brandon Jennings, they got on this list.
That's my guy.
B. Jennings?
Yeah, that's my guy.
Like real guy?
Yeah, that's my dude.
We got to get him on the show,
Say
man.
no more. He don't, problem with BG is he don't know how to be PG. You got to put him on a podcast. Because he gonna be, oh, my bad, man. I slipped up.
Dude, he be saying some stuff though.
He do.
He be talking his stuff.
Got a hell of an opinion.
He talking his stuff. Who else on that list? Tyson Chandler, Kyle Lowry, Danilo Gallinari, but he was West. Rondo, you said, but he was a replacement. So there's a number. And the thing about it, I don't believe the Sixers were that good that year. You know, it'd be different if they was 35-8 or something at the All-Star break or anything like that. So Teague might be onto something. You know who I thought, though? And people going to crucify me for this. I thought this guy should not have been an All-Star. But he wound up being a 3-time All-Star. I was not a Dan Marley fan. I'm sorry, big fella. Like I said, I was channeling my inner Compio. I'm like, how the hell is Dan Marley an all-star?
Thunder Dan could shoot it.
Yeah, he could shoot it, man. And now that I go back and look, first all-star 17.3, second all-star 16.9, third all-star 15.6. So I would like to apologize to Mr. Dan because all these years I'm like, Dan Marley's an all-star? But he's a 3-time all-star. 2-time all-defense, too. I ain't going to hate on Dan Marley.
Man, leave Dan alone.
I ain't going to hate on Dan Marley.
Dan ain't did nothing to you, champ.
916-339-1140. We're going to take a quick break. Coming up, Jay, I got to tell you what happened when I got home. Saw baby girl Quinn. Got to update you on the story. Yesterday, ordered her Taco Bell DoorDash and felt the wrath of her when I got home. We'll talk about that and a whole lot more. Phone lines are open, 916-339-1140. It's the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports 1140.
The 49ers play here. This Saturday, Niners and Chargers. Pre-game at 4. Catch all the game live on Sacktown Sports.
At 96.3 HD3.
Time now for your Sacktown Sports 49ers report. Brought to you by Kia of Vacaville, conveniently located beside the Vacaville outlets. Jake Moody hit a walk-off game-winning 59-yard field goal on Saturday as the 49ers beat Las Vegas 22-19. Moody had 5 field goals on the afternoon. Brock Purdy played, and he was 5 of 7 for 66 yards in the opening series. 49ers play their final preseason game this Saturday. Listen right here at 5:30 p.m. on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Football season is here at Kia of Vacaville. You can score big in a new 2025 Kia Niro LX with up to 53 MPG combined at Kia of Vacaville. Perfect for road trips, tailgates, and cruising to Levi Stadium in style and comfort. But don't wait. Inventory is limited at Kia of Vacaville, and these deals won't last long. Visit KiaVacaville.com or stop by right next to the Vacaville outlets for friendly service, easy shopping, and unbeatable value. All in one stop. Kia of Vacaville, where the adventure begins.
Sacramento basketball is back. With offseason acquisitions and a retooled Kings roster under new head coach Doug Christie, we're proud to cheer on the Beam team for another exciting season. Don't miss opening night at Golden One Center on Friday, October 24th, when the Kings take on the Utah Jazz. Tickets for all games are on sale now, so be sure to get yours to see Domantas Sabonis, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, and all your Sacramento Kings. Head to kings.com/tickets to secure your seats now.
Attention taxpayers, if you owe $5,000 or more and have missed another tax deadline, you're officially on the IRS's radar. The IRS has resumed aggressive collections. That means wage garnishments, bank levies, even seizures of your home, car, or retirement accounts. If you owe $5,000 or more and missed the deadline, you're stacking new debt on top of what you already owe. Call Priority Tax Relief now. Their experts fight back fast and are saving their clients millions in tax debt every month.
I owed over $50,000. And they settled it for pennies on the dollar. These guys are as legit as they come.
After speaking on my behalf with the IRS, my entire debt of $25,000 will be eliminated.
Whether you've received collection letters or you're already facing liens and garnishments, call for your free consultation. There are no upfront fees. Priority Tax Relief. Let's make your taxes our priority. Call 800-406-1584. 800-406-1584. 800-406-1584.
Priority Tax Relief.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Bing Maloney Golf Course is 27 holes of high-flying public fun, and Bing Maloney is a classic design for golfers of all abilities. Bing Maloney's lighted driving range is a great place to learn and practice this summer under the covered hitting stations. The range also offers a practice putting green and outdoor furniture to relax with friends. Enjoy tasty beverages or comfort food from Maloney's Grill. The Association of Golf Merchandisers has named Bing Maloney a top 100 golf shop. For tee times, visit bingmaloney.com. It's Sacramento Golf's great value course.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. Chad, what's happening for the Make This the Summer Sales event?
Right now, save up to $15,000 off MSRP on new 2025 Ram 1500 Crew Cabs. The Motor Trend 2025 Truck of the Year.
Okay, but what about those hard-to-find heavy duties?
Right now, save up to $11,000 off MSRP on the hard-to-find brand new 2025 Ram Heavy Duties. You won't find a better selection of new Rams in California, with over 400 new Rams available and more on the way.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$15,000 total net savings on select new 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorns after $83.16 factory rebates and $66.84 dealer discounts. Rebates include 10% below MSRP. $2,000 Stellantis financial bonus cash. Must finance with Stellantis. $500 on the job upfit. Must show eligible upfit. $11,000 total net savings on select new 2025 Ram 2500 Limited after $2,500 factory rebates and $8,500 dealer discount. Rebates include $500 on the job upfit. Must show eligible upfit. At least 5 of each net savings. Not everyone will qualify for all rebates. See dealer for details.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions, like your priceless vinyl collection. Sure, you sleep on a futon because the money most people would have spent on a bed you spent on more records. But forget the fact that you can stream just about any song ever created for a few dollars a month. No, you need to listen to music in the most difficult way possible. So go ahead and get Progressive so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sacktown Sports is your home for UC Davis football.
Catch all the action this Saturday with pregame starting at 3:30. Your home for UC Davis football is Sacktown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm with Vince Bloom, the big guy at Folsom Lake Dodge.
I think you mean the summer deal guy.
Vince, the summer deal guy.
Summertime means the deals are heating up at Folsom Lake Dodge.
During the Make This the Summer event, save over $15,000 on a new 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4. Over $15,000 at Folsom Lake Dodge.
In the Folsom Auto Mall and online at FolsomLakeDodge.com.
Discount includes 2000 West BC SFS bonus and retail bonus cash and $59.91 national snackable 20% below MSRP retail discount. One of these terms, VIN SN 772855, expires 9/2/25.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity. Introducing the 5-year price guarantee. One internet price, 5 years guaranteed. One of the cool sidebar stories to the A's Hall of Fame induction ceremony before the A's play the Reds on September 13th will be the appearance of Reds manager Tito Francona. Francona was the A's bench coach back in 2003 when inductees Hudson, Mulder, and Zito led the A's to the postseason.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is
Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge.
Smart fridge?
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
Mom, when can I go back to the dentist?
We were just there a few weeks ago.
At Kids Care Dental and Orthodontics, they provide anxiety-free dental care from first tooth through teens to ensure your child's dental health journey is all smiles. They've created a fun, kid-friendly dental experience that will put your child at ease. Kids Care Dental accepts most insurance options and has convenient hours, including Saturdays. Kids Care Dental is now offering sensory-friendly hours at select locations. For more info and to book your appointment, go to kidscaredental.com. That's kidscaredental.com.
Your local sports leader in the 916.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, Sacktown Sports 1140. There is no better duo. Nope. Never.
It's the Drive Guys.
Right here on Sacktown Sports.
Back here on the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports, 1140 Drapes and J. Kevin Whitey Gleason will be back on Monday. Big fella's been on vacation. 916-339-1140 is how you can talk to us. Coming up at the bottom of the hour, we got John Kine, who's the insider for the Washington Commanders for ESPN. We'll talk to him about Brian Robinson Jr., the San Francisco 49ers. Steal the century.
Ricky Anderson style.
Yeah. Still all-time steals leader, right?
Absolutely.
With
Lou
this
Brock.
move. Yeah. I'm big on this move for the Niners. I think it's a great move. We'll talk about that at the bottom of the hour. Real quick, Jay, before we get back to the sports convo. First of all, I'm hungry. I'm hungry, right? I'm hangry. So I'm about to place a DoorDash order myself right now.
What's up, man?
Dog.
I thought I'm busy.
Dude,
what's happening, bro?
My life, man. My life.
Breakfast?
My life, man. It should be a reality show. Like, if I didn't care about my King's job, the radio job, and I just wanted to go be a reality star, it'd be pretty interesting. I'm always moving and grooving. I'm never sitting down. I'm never just
feel the same
on the couch, catching up and binge watching shows. I'm always moving, man.
I'm with you. But at least I take a little time to get a bite to eat, champ.
Dude, I left my house. What time did I leave my house today? I got up at 6, took the kids, did a workout, ran out. Like, I just been gone, man.
Getting ready for the trip?
Getting ready for the trip, doing
what's
things.
That suitcase look like?
Dude.
2?
I have it. Not 2 big ones. I'm going to do like 1.5. One big one and a carry-on. I'm not a big kind of suitcase kind of guy.
You gone for like 2 months?
2 weeks. But I'm going to have to find some laundry or something.
Yeah, of course.
I can't like.
You ain't coming back till King season.
Dude, it will be after it. It will be after King season. It will be after the NFL season kicks off.
Yeah, man.
I can't wait, big fella.
You shouldn't.
Less than 3 hours away. But here's the thing. I didn't get anything to eat, so I'm going to DoorDash something real quick. Any suggestions out there, please let me know. But yesterday, had some fun with my daughter, Quinn, and her friends. I don't know if you guys remember this. Yesterday, I'll refresh you. She texted me at 4:34. Dad, can you order me and my friends DoorDash? Taco Bell. Mind you, she's over at a friend's house, and they're at the community pool, the neighborhood pool. And I'm like, why are you bothering me, A, while I'm working, and B, you under the care really of somebody else right now. Like when you give your child goes over to somebody else's house, you entrust them to the parents of that house. They're going to make sure they fed, Why are you texting me DoorDash orders? Ultimately, Jay, I wound up ordering the DoorDash. So I thought I was dad of the year. But Quinn had texted us while we were talking, and it's like, Dad, I'm listening to the show right now. I can hear everything you're saying. And so, I was a little salty. I was like, oh, we were having fun with it. So that's why I ordered her the grub. I'm like, you know what? We're making fun. You got your friends. Let me order you the food. So I get home, big fella. Quinn, 13 years old. Got her glasses steaming and everything.
She's stewing?
She's upset. First words out of her mouth. Dad, we're beefing right now. That's exactly.
That's the first. She didn't even say, what's up, Pops?
She's like,
Nothing?
We're beefing. I'm like, what? I got you to Taco Bell.
Damn.
And here's the mistake I made, though, Jay. She is a little upset, but we were cool.
Yeah, it is what it is.
And I was like, I talked to Nick, my son. I'm like, Nick, did you hear what happened? He's like, no. I'm like, oh, you didn't see what happened? So I pull out the phone and I say, let's watch it again.
Got you.
That's where I made the mistake, big fella.
You doubled down?
I doubled down. We watched the clip again, and you can see it on the YouTube show video. Yes, yeah, you got to watch it, dude. It was hilarious. And so we sitting there watching it, and Nick, 16-year-old boy,
taking stabs at his sister.
They always got to instigate it, right? It can't just be what it is.
I already knew where you were going.
He always got to take it to that next level.
Always. It's part of it.
And so we're watching the video, and he's like, oh, Dad, you did that? And just hyping it up. And poor Quinn is stewing over there.
Man.
Little girl is a firecracker. So I'm going to apologize to her right now but I was like, honey, that's good content. She's like, you know what I mean?
She doesn't understand that.
But Jay, they beg me to do a reality show all the time.
Okay.
They want their own YouTube channel.
Right.
They want the cameras. And I'm like, hey, this is part of it. This is what comes with it. So I apologize to young Quinn out there, man. But we were beefing yesterday. We were beefing.
So how does a daughter beef with her father?
No cuddles.
Oh, okay.
Not watching TV in the same room with me.
Okay. She goes to her room.
Right. I look at her and she got her arms crossed, making the face and everything.
Okay.
So,
I could dig it.
So she was, I felt bad, man. And I felt really bad, but it was, and she's in school right now. That's what I'm talking about this now. She's still in school.
She can't hear.
Can't hear it right now.
Damn, she's still in school at 3:00?
Yeah, they don't get out till 3:30, big time.
Yeah.
We ain't in those private schools that go from 10 to 2 every day like yours. What time your daughter get out?
2:50.
Every day?
Yeah, or 2:40.
Every day?
Yeah, they go to school at 8:40, get out at 2:40.
Damn.
Yeah. Last year it was 8:45, get out at 2:50, but they moved it up this year.
No, they go in at 8:40 and get out at 3:30, big fella.
Yeah, so first bell rings at 8:30, second bell rings 8:35 actually.
2:40 or 50?
Yeah, 2:40.
Damn. Shit, I said a bad word. Yeah, thank you, Jay. It should be 9 to 5 if you ask me. Shoot,
you ain't lying.
Kids, you know what I mean?
Put them in on
as long as possible.
Yeah.
916-339-1140.
Only your kids get you just, flustered.
They
you
do,
just be
man.
Ready, man.
They do.
Your kids fluster you.
Love them to death, man. Love them to
what
death.
They gonna do real quick? What's the longest you've been away from? Because see, you've had to be on the road for long extended periods of time.
Yeah.
You're literally gone for like 3 weeks.
Yeah. When I moved out here for the job, they stayed back. So that was like 6 months.
That's right. Yeah.
But for basketball, like 12 days, something like that. So this tops that.
Oh, yeah. You gone for 18, 19 days.
I
right?
know. And so they're feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
They're feeling it. Why you got to go so long? Take us with you and all that. But this is one of those trips, man. As much as it sounds exotic and fun, it's a mental health trip for me, big fella. This is put the phone down. Don't be on Twitter or Instagram. Get in touch with myself kind of vibe.
Man.
You know what I mean?
You deserve it, bro.
Your boy desperately need it.
You deserve it.
Desperately need it.
All parents do. I'm a true believer, big stickler on, we talk about mental health and things like that on this show. When we kid about our kids, our children, but I'm a big believer in foundation in the family in the form of parents have to be in the right mind, right spirit, and it trickles down to the kids, to their children. And if not, children feel it, no doubt about it. So,
and
the stresses of life are for real right now. Bro.
They liken it to being on the airplane. You got to secure your mask first.
Yep.
Before the kids.
Which I always like, man, that's funny. But when you sit down and think about it, it's true.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, and so I'm going on this trip. I already got one excursion plan. I'm biking around Singapore with a group, when I get there. Yeah, man.
Get prepared for the sack on fire bike ride.
Yes.
How far are you? So Singapore is heavy on bikes, though.
Right? Yeah. But it's crowded too. Like some of the streets are, so
what kind of bike you trying to get?
I don't know.
You got to get a little gear shifter now, brother.
Whatever they give me.
21 speed. Nah, you can't get no cruiser that just float off your core muscles. Nah, you got to be able to ease into easy gear.
I'm sure they got something nice.
Yeah,
I didn't even look that up, big fella.
You need a mountain bike of some sorts, man. Or a street bike with gears, a cruiser with gears. Nothing that's just one gear.
Hold up.
I'll be able to shift, fam.
That's a good question. That's a good thing I should have looked.
And how does one book a rental, or how does one rent a bike in Sacramento, California for your Singapore trip already?
No, I'm going through this company, Viator.
Never heard
it's like
of them.
a group. Yeah. Dog, they got them everywhere. I discovered it, on another trip. If you want to book like any kind of excursions or anything like that. So this is a Lion City bike tour of Singapore. Activity details. They don't tell you what the bike is, but it's 10 stops all throughout the area. You just bike it. And I'm doing this because I want to get an overview, a bird's eye view, and be like, oh, I want to hit that spot again, or I want to go to this. So I'm a tour around, and they didn't say what kind of bike, but as soon as I get there, that next morning I wake up, that's what I'm doing.
Ah, boy.
Just to set the tone.
Ah, boy.
Somebody from the 916. I've been to Singapore a few times.
Ooh.
One of the best airports you'll ever see. And great street food.
I've seen the airport of Singapore on YouTube. It is cold.
It is
definitely one of
dope.
the better ones. I've never been to Singapore myself, but I'm going to take that as a confirmation of things I've seen on YouTube.
Right.
No doubt.
Right.
Street food, I'm all about.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I'm trying a lot of things.
Are you?
Yeah, I mean, within parameters, fam. I mean, I'm not going to sit up here and eat no skunk or nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we've talked about this before with Whitey too, I believe. I'm not a street meat kind of guy.
I know.
I'm not a street meat guy, Jay.
But I mean, a little yard bird off the grill.
Oh, it gotta be a brick and mortar or a truck.
Dude, you missing.
Not the little red carts that they got. I can't be doing that, man.
You're missing out.
I can't be doing that.
You're missing out on some of the fine delicatessens of our world, brother.
But here's the thing, Jay.
Some of the best food come off a streetcar.
But
street food.
That's usually after concerts you getting at and stuff like that, right?
Well, no.
You're not just walking down the street. Oh, let me get this street meat.
See, I think here we go. You're Americanized, fan. Right? Yeah, there's plenty of time. We're living in, especially here in Sacramento, there's so many different festivals and so many different, markets and as you said, vendors that operate throughout Sacramento. I'm for trying them. You don't necessarily have to be behind a brick and mortar, behind some, 4 walls or 2 walls. I'm okay with slide that car right on over here. Let me get a whiff of it.
The red push cart, like the red little cart that they have. Like because on the East Coast, we got the dudes on the carts, but theirs is like inside. Like they're inside chopping it up. They got the chips hanging from the side and everything. The Welch's grape soda and everything like that. But the little red carts that you see, come on, bro.
You're not a taco coming off that grill is right on point, Drapes.
I don't know, big fella.
Yeah,
I don't. I'm gonna have to try it. I'm gonna have to try it because I'm like, and it smells good though.
Come on,
it smells hella good.
Yes,
I will admit that.
Yes,
it smells.
It just depends on where you're at. It depends on what country, of course, and the how the customs of that area. But I think if you automatically close shop and say, "Hey, nah, I'm not going to eat it," I think you're gonna miss out on certain things.
So what you get? Like, what is it? A hot dog?
Well, it just depends. Again, depends
Italian
on where
sausage.
you at.
What?
Depends on where you at. Depends on what catches the taste buds, the nostrils.
Like I can see a burger, maybe.
Yeah, of course.
But
you've never been, like you said, you fresh out the function, the lounge, the club, and you walk by and you look over and you see a little barbecue hut, a little barbecue truck, a trailer that's hitched to somebody's truck, and they got a little chopped brisket or pulled pork or burnt ends or something of that nature.
Right.
You've never dabbled in the fine delicatessens.
I don't know if dude. That's a West Coast thing.
No, it's not.
We didn't have the after the club homeboy on the street.
Really?
Yeah, maybe we did.
Come on, I was going to say.
But that's after a few drinks. Like, in my sober mind, am I doing that?
Yeah, man. You don't have to be liquored up to eat good food, bro.
That's like going to 7-Eleven and getting some wings or something from
what I
mean?
Look,
getting
man,
a hot dog that's been turning over
the
in its own
taquitos ain't the same, man. That's not the same thing. Don't down yourself.
Really?
And don't shut yourself down. Man, someone putting their time, effort, and their skill into seasoning up some good food off a cart is completely different than you going to get the 99-cent slice of pizza out of 7-Eleven. It's not the same thing. There's so many, man.
Yeah.
There's certain places throughout the world where you can get a full meal right off the cart.
Off the cart?
Absolutely.
See, but the cart to me must be like a last 10-year thing. I don't remember the cart. Back in the day. That's been out there for a minute.
It has been rocking for many moons, man. I remember the first time I had really ever seen one like that, and this was in college. I remember going, coming out, especially like down in Texas. That was a thing. You come out of the club and there's somebody with a little barbecue or a burger cart or, like I said, a trailer, a man-made joint, something of that nature. San Jose was one of those things. Like we would come back to San Jose and you would, there were 2 or 3 places you get a little, Chinese, Japanese food fresh off the cart, champ. Absolutely.
All right,
man.
All right, I'm gonna try some street
yourself,
meat. I might. You know what? Because it's one thing for the people that set up the tent,
right,
and got the truck out there. That's different.
Absolutely.
I'm talking about the red cart. That's
why it got to be red, man.
Because you know which one I'm talking about, bro.
Why got to be the red cart?
They all got to be the same company.
So you said like the one at G1C where they have the hot dogs.
Yes, outside. Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
That's right there at G1C. They're maximizing the hot dog, delicacies. I'm saying that's just one, one cart, one company, so to say. And it's definitely, over the last couple of years, definitely here at the G1C, it's kind of been one of those things that you come out of a concert or come out of a game and you see that right there, in Doco. But there's so many other different people, so many different festivals. There's so many different, events that you come out and you see somebody who's rocking and rolling, and like I said, I've seen it from A to Z, you name it. Seafood, burger.
Dog, I am not getting seafood from a red carpet.
I didn't ask you to. I said I've seen
you ain't
it.
getting it.
I've seen
Are you
it.
eating that? Come on, Jay.
Nah, because I have a rule with my seafood thing.
Exactly.
I got to be within 25, or excuse me, I got to be within about 50 to 100 miles away from a bed of water from it.
For real.
So, like, I'm not in Kansas City.
You ain't getting Kansas City?
I mean, you know what
I know what
I'm in Montana. You know?
Right. The breaded shrimp, you ain't doing that or nothing like that?
I got to be close. Sacramento, we right here. We right off the water.
I guess I'm missing out, big fella.
You are.
Because JP says them hot dogs outside of Golden One be hitting.
Man. I mean, you know, living in LA, that was one of the things.
Really?
Sacramento has a fantastic, you know, food truck, cart, a la carte. And nowadays, I live in the Thomas.
Okay.
There is I live on like the backside, west side, and I don't even know what the hell we call it. But I come down San Juan sometimes from like from my house heading towards Truxell, which would be coming east.
Truxell, yeah.
And there is a barbecue, a gentleman who always has a barbecue truck, the pit. You see the fires, you know, blazing up.
I get that.
And but that's cart food, bro.
Nah, I'm talking about the red cart with the hot dog, Jay.
So
that's the one I can't do.
Okay, that's the only thing
that's
talking
the street meat. That's to me, that's street. I don't mind the carts if you got, but the red cart
so just the push cart.
Yeah, just the push cart.
Look like the ice cream cart.
Right.
So you're okay with someone making food off the trailer.
Yeah.
You're okay with the hot dog cart.
Yeah.
Because you come from the East Coast.
Because I come from the
Okay, so the pretzel and all that stuff is good coming out the cart. Okay.
Right. That's what I'm talking about.
All right. So the only cart that you have a problem with is eating the hot dog.
One, yes.
Okay, I got it.
A hot dog.
Let's okay, then say that.
All right, my bad. 916 Drapes. You got to step out of G1C after a game one day and get one of those bacon wrapped hot dogs with the grilled onions. Fire, says Nick. It's something about a cart, like, dog. And it's only 2x2. It ain't even a big cart. I'm like,
so I'll say this. I'll give you this. Living in LA for a dozen years, right? You would see those those hot dog carts everywhere, just like, and those are kind of Johnny come latelys here to Sacramento.
That's what I was. Yeah. Okay.
You know, 20 years ago, I didn't see that in Sacramento. 20 years ago, that was rocking in LA. I'm with you when it comes to, because I'm not a big hot dog person.
Right.
So I get that part.
That's the part.
But let me say this, though. And maybe I'm giving somebody game. Maybe I need to start this and just create me a company. Flip the game. Instead of doing hot dogs all the damn time on that 2x2 red cart, how about you throw a little hot link on that thing, or you know, a little Polish, a bratwurst.
Right.
Flip it.
It's just
they're all basically making the same thing.
The same thing.
Right. So it has the same smell and all. So I get what you're saying. But I was just trying to make sure that you aren't missing out on you know, somebody out there right now and they got a cart, a 6x6 table, you know, and they flipping the burger. You ain't touching that?
No, that's good.
It's
it's the red cart. I just can't deal with.
Got you.
Yo, you go down to San Francisco.
Ooh.
What's that, Pier
39? Yeah, come on, man.
They lined up out there.
Absolutely, it's real.
And I'm like, first of all,
Some of
you're
the
all
best.
cooking the same thing.
True.
And then I smell the onions and the peppers, and it smells good. It smells great. But I'm like, this is like mass producing. Like, I don't know. It just.
But it's hot dogs. So I think that's part of it.
Yeah.
If somebody came in there with a little, just give me a little carne asada or something like that.
Right.
I think you'd be a little more open to it. I'm with you on the hot dog movement. I'm not a hot dog off the type of cart type. Even, you know, you go to the East Coast and people are like, no, you got to get a hot dog and you got to go to this place.
Yeah.
And, you know, I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, that's really not for me. I'm not a hot dog, you know, dress a hot dog on the corner type of guy.
Yeah. Somebody QQ on the YouTube. Bougie Drapes out of Folsom. Stick with caviar, big fella.
Big time.
Somebody said that today at the gym, as a matter of fact. They're like, Drapes, you bougie. I was like, damn right I am, because I earned the right to be there.
I hear you.
From when you from the bottom,
I hear you.
And you work your way up.
Yeah.
I done been there. I done, you know what I mean?
I done been at the street meet, Jay.
All right.
That don't mean you forget where you came from.
Right. I
Drake.
ain't forgetting where you know me, big fella. I'm just saying right now I choose not to do the street meat.
Let's just say the hot dog. All right. Because when you start talking about street meat,
then we talk about everything.
You putting the Yardbird in there.
Right.
You putting a hot link, you putting all the different type of meat that could be put in there, man.
Like I said, Jay, if you got the trailer, or you got the table with the tent set up outside,
you good.
I'm good.
You eating the caramel corn.
It's just the red cart with the hot dogs. I can't buy bacon wrap.
I'm with you on that.
Because that don't even, it look like the bacon is like choking the hot dog. You know what I mean? It don't even look. All right, man. We got John Keim hanging on. Our Washington Commanders insider John Keim is going to join the Drive Guys next. We're going to get into Brian Robinson Jr. to the 49ers. You're listening to Drapes and Jay here on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Mocash, Vincent Mason, and Abriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo with RVs of Sacramento and the Sled Museum of Science and Curiosity. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
Stockton Honda cranks up the savings with amazing deals during the Honda Summer Event happening now. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, you'll find unbeatable selection, serious savings, and top dollar for your trade. From quick crosstown drives to full-blown road trips. Wherever you're headed, Stockton Honda is ready to help you get there in style. Start your summer adventures at Stockton Honda or StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time. The next time you're out to dinner with friends, you can order the shrimp cocktail for the table. And maybe you'll realize it only comes with 4 shrimp after you've already given away 3, but that one shrimp will be so good. And if you switch and save hundreds, you could get shrimp all the time. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time. For shrimp. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Seems like back to school happens earlier each year.
First day of school coming in hot.
And this year, my kids had massive supply lists.
Folders, notebooks, and pens. Oh, the humanity.
But Staples had everything I needed, with some items just 25 cents.
Watch the small print.
No. My back to school budget was saved by Staples Easy Button.
Everything for school, in stock and as low as 25 cents. Staples.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. NC 23 while supplies last.
And we're back, live during a Flex Alert. Dialed in on the thermostat. Oh, we're pre-cooling before 4 p.m., folks.
And that's the end of the third. Time to set it back to 78 from 4 to 9 p.m. Clutch move by the home team. What's the game plan from here on out?
Laundry?
Not today.
Dishwasher?
Sidelined.
What a performance by Team California. The power truly is ours.
During a Flex Alert, pre-cool, power down, and let's beat the heat together.
Labor Day, our annual celebration of workers and their achievements, was first observed in New York, and the first Monday in September became a national holiday in 1894. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. Each year we commemorate Labor Day with parades, picnics, and family gatherings. And right now, Naturewood Home Furnishings is celebrating with their exceptional whole store Labor Day sale. Would you like to refresh your living room? Would you like to restyle your bedroom? Maybe you want to redesign your home office. No matter whether it's your dining room, kids' rooms, accents, or accessories, Naturewood's unique store-wide Labor Day sale offers savings in every department and savings on every brand like Stanton, Omnia, Stickley, Flex Steel, and all the rest of the award-winning furniture. When it comes right down to it, it's all about choices and always about quality. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings right now for this remarkable Labor Day sale. Off Highway 50 at Hazel, look for the water wheel.
Labor Day savings are on at Elk Grove Chevy with $10,500 off MSRP. Every new 2025 Silverado 1500 5.3 liter after all rebates. And Elk Grove Chevy has one of the largest selections in the Sacramento area. $10,500 off new Silverado exclusively at the Elk Grove Chevy Silverado Supercenter. Now that's big, huge. See them all at MetaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Excludes work trucking ZR2, not trading 2011 Chevy car truck, not available with special financing, lease, and some other offers.
Made a great deal at Meta.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Low Cash, Vincent Mason, and Abriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo with RVs of Sacramento and the Sled Museum of Science and Curiosity. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
Your afternoon home for Kings Talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
Back here on the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports, 1140. Drapes and Jay take you into the weekend here. We got Kings Talk coming up at the top of the hour. Don't want to miss that. Plus, we'll have open phone lines, 916-339-1140. But the San Francisco 49ers making a big trade today. Trade, I think, that helps them. They won this trade. I like this trade. And I think Brian Robinson Jr. is going to be a great fit here with the San Francisco 49ers. Is our next guest ready, Jay? John Keim, ESPN's Commanders reporter. He's a proud husband, father, beagle owner.
Got that beagle.
Yeah. Went to the Ohio State University. We're going to tap in with him about Brian Robinson Jr. John, what's up, man? It's Kyle Draper and Jay here. How you doing today?
I'm doing all right. How are you guys?
Great, man. Great to have you on. Thanks for agreeing to join us. Let's jump right into it. The trade goes down, and I see it's for a 6th-round pick going from the 49ers to the Commanders, Brian Robinson to the 49ers. And looking at your Twitter page, you say resolution. Quote tweeted Schefter and say resolution. Can you explain that? Was there some bad blood? Did Brian want out?
No. It's just more that the situation's over because we knew they had been shopping him. He did not play in the game Monday night against the Bengals. Didn't attend the game. So it was just either are they going to release him or are they going to trade him? So that's it.
John, it seems like the writing was on the wall for BRJ to come out to leave the Commanders. Why did it never seem to be like his team? He'd be the running back number one. I know Austin Eckler came last year, but why was the keys never turned over to Brian?
He didn't produce enough. That's a part of it. That's certainly a part of it. Yeah, I'll just start there because he was an all right back, good enough that you could, like, they had good games with him, but not necessarily the long-term answer. He was going to be a free agent after this season. They drafted a running back in the 7th round, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, whom they like, obviously. They like Eckler. They love how Eckler works. They love Jeremy McNichols, who spent, I think, had a cup of coffee with the Niners. But they like what he adds. He's not a primary back, but they like what he adds. And then another part of it was the improved play of Chris Rodriguez, a third-year back who, looks faster in camp, running with more balance, etc. I don't think any of them are going to be this like great player for them, but I think it's the combination of the group. They felt like, okay, they could get what they were getting from Robinson. And then the other part of it is they have a quarterback in Jane Daniels who runs the ball pretty well. And then a guy you guys are familiar with, Deebo Samuel. Now, I don't think they're going to get Deebo, more than a handful of carries, but he's a threat and he's somebody you can use in the run game. So I think you add it all up. They didn't need that one guy, but I also, like I said, Robinson would have good games and have some games where like that was a really good game, and then the next week he'd have 23 yards. Do you know what I mean? So it was like that inconsistency, not all on him, some of it definitely on the line, but he wasn't a guy that he was just going to like create a lot on his own, and I think they needed more of that.
John Keim, ESPN's Commanders reporter, joining us. John, I'm glad you pointed that out because, when I see and hear that the trade is going to be made, Brian Robinson Jr., first thing I do is go to Football Reference, and it's like, well, hold up, this dude's a career 4.1 yards per carry kind of guy.
Right.
That's misleading, though, huh?
No, I don't. I think that's pretty accurate. So he didn't get a lot of yards after contact. Some of that could be because he didn't get a lot of yards before contact.
Oh, shoot.
So where are you? You know what I mean? So like, are you breaking tackles in the third level or the second? Right? Like, so it's going to make a difference. But I also don't think that he got enough of the yak, and like he didn't have the carries of 10 plus yards. He had a decent number of those, but his percentage of carries that game were pretty low. Like I think it was like 86 in the NFL. It was low since he came in the league. So like, that's why I say like, he's a fine back. I think it's a good move for the Niners, given what they have with the injury issues. And I think it was fine for the Commanders to give back a 6th-round pick. So I think it was like, these guys were okay because they have improved depth and they're okay moving on because of it. I think if they hadn't had the rookie, if Rodriguez hadn't had improved play, Robinson would still be here and he'd still be a guy that would carry 10 to 15 times a game because you can still win with him. And then for what the Niners need, you have McCaffrey. You don't need him to come in and be anything other than, hey, provide some power and provide another look. He'll be fine in that role.
John, I was going to ask that question is if Brian is not a big speed or breakaway guy, because I've looked at his longs over his career, and you're about right. He doesn't have the breakaway. He's only, his long for certain seasons are 24, 29, 40 yards. What does Brian do well?
Power. He runs with power. So his third, like in short yardage situations, he was pretty good. And especially if you have a good line up front. Like one of his longest runs last year came on I think it was like a 4th and 1 run. I think it was that he ran like 40-some yards for a touchdown. So, he is pretty good there. He does run with power. And I think like that's what you'll see. And I think that's what people will like. He is capable of good games. Like he really is. It wouldn't shock me if he goes out and has a couple good games right away. But then again, like here, the trend would be good game and then 20, 23, 35, 60, you know what I mean? So it wasn't all on him, but again, it is partly on him. So, but he will add power. He will definitely add power.
John Keim joining us. Hey, John, when I look at the value that the Niners had to give up for Brian Robinson, a 6th-round pick. Yeah. And according to the reports, the Commanders are paying most of the salary. Were they hoping to get something better than that? Was there no market for him? That seems to be so cheap and I understand, he's inconsistent and everything like that. Were they hoping to get more though?
No, I don't think they're hoping to. I think they're hoping to get something. And I think there was this. First of all, we know the relationship with Adam Peters, and the organization in San Francisco. So, I think that helped because clearly he's going to give him a good scouting report on him. And for what the Niners need, again, I think it's a good move for them. But as far as the market, they were going to cut him. So it suggests to me that there were definitely more teams involved if you were able to get something like that. Even though you have to pay a little bit for it, you are getting a 6th-round pick, and they needed draft picks. They only had 5 in the next draft, so they needed to add some more. So this helps them. So I think for them to get anything is a good move. And the fact that they had to pay for it, the option is cutting him and getting nothing.
Joined by John Keim, ESPN reporter for the Washington Commanders, insider as well. John, how's B Rob coming out the backfield? How's his hands? I see his targets are somewhere in between the 20s and the 40s as far as passing wise. He's caught 36 as his highest, playing in 15 games. Is he someone that you can depend on out the backfield?
His hands are pretty good, and it's funny because every year somebody will say, yeah, I'm surprised at how good his hands are. So, you saw that right away as a rookie. And then the hard part is incorporating him more into the pass game. He's not going to be your shifty back out of the backfield, but you can get him on some screens. You can get him in those areas. And if you run it well, he's going to break some tackles on that. So his hands are pretty good. It's just, he's not going to be a guy that's going to have a heavy volume of pass catches, but he can help you there.
Hey, John, let's switch gears just a little bit. You mentioned Deebo Samuel. We know him well out here. How much are they asking of him this season? What are they looking for from him this year?
Well, in camp, it was a lot because they had no Terry McLaurin.
Right.
So I do think that they're expecting him to be a lot of what he was in San Francisco, which is that chess piece, that movable guy who can, you see him taking some snaps out of the backfield. You see him on the jet sweeps. You see him lined up here, lined up there, right? So they're going to use him a lot how the Niners did because they used him. He was pretty productive there, right? So he's developed a nice little chemistry with Jaden Daniels. I think that's one thing that's been helped by McLaurin not being on the field is that Daniels has developed a rapport with Deebo. So I think Terry McLaurin, when he comes in, is their number one guy. Noah Brown would be their 3rd receiver, but he's often hurt, and he's hurt right now. So they will count on Deebo to provide, whether it's receiving yards, running yards, whatever it is. They're counting on him to be productive.
John, over the last 24 hours, Jaden Daniels had an interview with Diana Rossini, kind of giving some positive feedback to Terry McLaurin's situation. Let's stay right there. What's the latest and greatest with Terry? I would imagine as we inch closer to the season, he'll be suited up and ready to go no matter what week 1. But as far as contract details, any movement on that?
No, and that's why I kind of laugh when I see Jaden's not involved. He doesn't know. So there's not a lot of movement there. I think what will help it is that we're getting closer to the season. Right? Because what McLaurin has wanted is not close to what these guys were offering. There's been a big gap.
What does he want, John? What does he want?
So the baseline for it has always been DK Metcalf's deal, which is 33 per year, 60 guaranteed. But then you hear things that it's more than that initially, for sure. And these guys were starting off in the low to mid 20s. And I think they'll get up to 27, 28. At this point, I'd be surprised if anything starts with a 3. I was told all along that they wouldn't go there, but we'll see. And it could be a bogus $30 million a year because you have a high back end. But it's just, that's why it's always been there's been a big divide. And part of it goes back to his age. He's going to be 31 when the extension would start. He's been a very good receiver, but he's never been one of the top 5. So his game, I think, will age well. But does that mean you pay him in the mid-30s? I don't know. And nobody else has gotten that at his age. So I think that's the hard part. But one thing is there's 2 things. They absolutely need him, and he finally has a quarterback to play with, and he can help himself by playing with this quarterback, and he is under contract. So both sides kind of feel like they have leverage. he feels he has leverage because they definitely need him on the field. They feel they have it because he's under contract, and nobody wants to miss game checks.
John Keim joining us. Hey, John, with Jaden Daniels, obviously, tremendous rookie campaign last year. And I feel like there's two camps when it comes to him this year. Those that think, he's a top 5 MVP candidate. Washington's ready to take that next step. And then there's another side that says, you know what? He was so great last year. He's going to have a sophomore slump. No way he can be as good. You get to see Jaden up close and personal every day, every week when he's out there on the field. What do you make of, the kind of talent he is, and what kind of season are you expecting from him?
Well, if I had to pick between the two, I'm picking the first one. But here's the caveat to all of that. One, their schedule is tougher. So you're going to face, they play, I think it's 10 games against defenses that finished in the top 11 in scoring last year.
Ooh.
So exactly. So if there's any sort of not a slump, but if a difference, that's going to be a big part of the reason. The other part of it is, we just talked about Terry McLaurin. He's not on the field. So until he is, you don't have your top receiver. And I'm assuming he will be there at the start of the season. But if he's not, then your offense looks different. And then the other part of that is the offensive line, which I think down the road will be good. In training camp, they're starting a rookie. Well, right now it's a rookie right tackle, Josh Connolly. He may or may not start. Their 2 guards have not been on the field, right? One is recovering from a torn ACL. One has missed the last 3 weeks. And Laramie Tunsil is dealing with a couple little things that might impact him early. But the point is, they haven't worked together as a group. So how long that takes, all that stuff is going to impact Daniels. However, when you watch him on the practice field, he's accurate. He still has that dynamic ability. He's more of a leader. And I think his processing is as good as it was last year, maybe better. And that was a strength of his last year. So from his own game, I don't see a drop. But you wonder about everything around him initially.
Joined by John Keim, ESPN reporter, Washington Commanders insider. John, the defense, as far as name-wise, Ken Long, Bobby Wagner, Von Miller, Marshawn Lattimore, Mikey Sanders, they're loaded when it comes to names. With that being said, spinning off the question that Draper just asked you, what is the goal for this team? Do they really feel, with Jaden Daniels being in his second year and having a great rookie year, that this team can win a Super Bowl?
I think they'll think that when Jaden's in his 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, I think every year he's there, they're going to believe that, right? So, I think it'll be interesting on defense because you're right. There are a lot of, if this were 2020, that's a hell of a defense.
That's right.
So I do think that it's better than last year. It has to be a lot better in the 4th quarter than it was a year ago. We'll see. In training camp, they looked really good, but was that because the receivers aren't on the field? The only receiver that is a legitimate starting NFL receiver they're really facing was Debo. And he's not your traditional wideout, right? So they're not facing the guys that are being like A.J. Browns or Malik Neighbors because McLaurin's not out there. So were we fooled by anything or not? I do think they'll be better, but to what level? And I think their line will be better. Von Miller has something left. He's not a double-digit sack guy, but I think he can help him as a situational pass rusher. So, but again, will it be durable? So, I think there's a lot of questions with that group, though I do think it's better. You do wonder, a lot of guys over 30 that you've just mentioned. Marshawn Lattimore used to be a very good corner. He's missed a lot of games the last 3 years. Can he be durable? That's a big question. So there's a lot I think there's optimism with that group. I think they have a lot to prove.
John, my last question, man. I went about 18 minutes with you, 17, 15 minutes with you. And I haven't told you I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan. Fly, Eagles, fly, baby. That's my squad. I'm from Philly.
Good team.
Yeah. How legitimate do you think the Commanders are as a threat to my Eagles? I'm looking at the schedule in the league. Give Roger Goodell and them some credit. They know what they're doing with that schedule. Eagles and Commanders, 2 of the last 3 games, they face each other. What do you make of the division and where Washington stacks up against Philly and Dallas and the other teams?
I mean, going into the season, it's the Eagles. Like, I don't know. We had a poll even for ESPN where it's a group poll, and like somehow they weren't number one. I'm like, how is anybody putting Kansas City ahead of the Eagles? Like, how can you do that? Their roster is really good. It's a terrific organization, and the roster's really good. Like, what, and you know what I mean? Like, it can't get past that. Now, can these guys close that? Well, of course, because it's the NFL. Weird things happen. Injuries happen, right? Sometimes things just happen in the game that's like, that didn't happen last year, and you can't explain it, but it does, right? I think, people in the Bay Area see the Niners, like, all it takes is a few injuries, and you go from 14 wins in a Super Bowl to 7-10, So that's the kind of thing that would have to happen to the Eagles for them to not win the division, in my opinion. I do think these guys can challenge, but if you go into the season, like, I'd be silly to pick anybody but the Eagles in that division. Cowboys will be interesting with Dak back. I do have concerns about, whether the run game or, some parts of their defense, issue with Micah. The Giants will be interesting because their defense should be pretty good. I don't know. I'm not ready to jump on the Jackson Dart train, and Russell Wilson is, I think we've seen that song and dance a couple years now to know, like, he's not going to be the answer, but that defense will be really good. So I think these guys should be right there, but you have to have the Eagles as the favorite going in.
Jay, clip that right there. Let's rerun that. John, we appreciate you, man. Check out John Keim on social media, on Twitter, John_Keim, ESPN's Commanders reporter. We appreciate the time, John.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
All right, our guy, John Keim, giving us the lowdown, the insight on Brian Robinson Jr. Solid player, a little inconsistent, but as the backup to CMC, I think that's a good signing, a good move for the San Francisco 49ers. Coming up, Jay, we're going to switch gears, man. I've been wanting to do this topic for the last couple of days, ever since I heard about Derrick Rose jersey being retired. And I know we've talked about DeMarcus Cousins and should he have his jersey retired or not. My question is this: who will be the next Kings jersey retired? Is it DMC, Fox, somebody else? Who will it be and who should it be? That's coming up next here on The Drive, guys. Sacktown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Good for him. Remember the 209 Dave, what if you turn this into his bit into a bit and continue to pretend like you don't know? I don't hate that.
No, Kyle's going to narc on us.
Yeah, he will. Kyle's a narc.
What a narc.
You know how you know he's a narc? Oh. Those pants. Could that be our new promo, please, instead of Weird Media?
You can listen to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. on 1140 a.m. YouTube or the Sacktown Sports app.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the Roseville Auto Mall.
I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Expect mostly clear skies tonight with winds from the southwest 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, for your Saturday, temperatures once again will be heating into the upper 90s, close to 100 degrees in many spots. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
The Roseville Auto Mall is Northern California's ultimate destination when looking for your next vehicle. Find the largest selection with 20 top brands and get huge savings during our Labor Day sales event going on now at the Roseville Auto Mall, driven to be the best.
More fiber and laxatives, eh? Who are you? I'm future you. Future me? Constipation with belly pain still coming back? Our doctor figured it out. It's irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, and Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Hey, this is Greg Papa. Are you working through a major insurance claim? SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to, not what just some adjuster working for an insurance company thinks you should get. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884. Just announced, Stockton Honda has been named #1 of California's best car dealers in 2025 by USA Today and Statista. This prestigious award is based on thousands of customer reviews and recommendations, ranking dealerships for service, value, and satisfaction. Out of hundreds evaluated, Stockton Honda is proud to be #1, recognized for all-around excellence and commitment to our customers. Visit Stockton Honda, where reputation meets the road.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Hey, Sacramento homeowners, imagine the coolest, most comfortable summer in 30 years, leaving air conditioning giants drowning in overstock. That's your golden ticket to massive savings right now at Sierra Pacific. We've forged powerhouse partnerships with the world's top manufacturers. They trust us for flawless installations, unbeatable service, and our massive reach across Sacramento to move their inventory fast. In return, exclusive, jaw-dropping discounts just for you. Upgrade your home with premium systems at rock-bottom prices, installed by the region's elite craftsmen and backed by ironclad warranties and legendary support. Plus, snag huge tax credits and SMUD rebates to slash costs even further. This inventory clearing bonanza won't last. Seize it today. Call Sierra Pacific for your free in-home consultation and discover the perfect system for your ultimate comfort. Dial 916-638-0543 now or head to SierraPacificHome.com. Don't miss out. Your cooler, cozier home awaits.
Sierra Pacific Solar Heating and Air. The guys in the big red trucks.
Attention taxpayers, if you owe $5,000 or more and have missed another tax deadline, you're officially on the IRS's radar. The IRS has resumed aggressive collections. That means wage garnishments, bank levies, even seizures of your home, car, or retirement accounts. If you owe $5,000 or more and missed the deadline, you're stacking new debt on top of what you already owe. Call Priority Tax Relief now. Their experts fight back fast and are saving their clients millions in tax debt every month.
I owed over $50,000 and they settled it for pennies on the dollar. These guys are as legit as they come.
After speaking on my behalf with the IRS, my entire debt of $25,000 will be eliminated.
Whether you've received collection letters or you're already facing liens and garnishments, call for your free consultation. There are no upfront fees. Priority Tax Relief. Let's make your taxes our priority. Call 800-406-1584. 800-406-1584. 800-406-1584.
Priority Tax Relief.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where Groundworks comes in. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Catch all the action at Sky River Casino. Enjoy over 80 table games, more than 2,100 slot machines, and a thrilling high-limit room. Plus, with 18 elevated restaurants, bars, and lounge destinations, and Sky River rewards that add up and up. There's something for everyone. Just minutes from Sacramento, right off Highway 99 in Elk Grove. Join in the fun and experience new heights. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Visit skyriver.com today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Elk Grove Honda is proud of Honda's lineup of trucks and SUVs offering compatibility and versatility to the core. From the all-electric Prologue to the Pilot, Honda's most rugged SUV, and from the Street Smart CR-V to the Ridgeline's truckload of capabilities, Honda's lineup also includes the Passport, designed for adventure, and HR-V, just as smart as it looks. See the exciting new models at Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at tmobile.com.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. I got to tell you, I am so excited to get this decking project started with Trex Decking and Railings. From the first time I stepped foot in the showroom last week, I was so impressed. So many color options, heat-resistant composite deck. What does that mean? That means I don't have to do any maintenance on it whatsoever. They even have a deck designer, so you can go online and see what your dream deck will look like on your house. Just visit Trex, that's Trex.com to get it started. Tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Top 100 teacher and PGA Master Professional Kelly Stenzel offers some short game rules in Golf Magazine. 1. Stay still while putting. 2. Lean into chips with weight slightly forward during the shot. 3. For less distance, use a shorter swing and narrower stance. 4. Hit the ground to get true launch. Make a divot to get the ball in the air. 5. To hit a great bunker shot, dig your feet into the sand. 6. Swing length controls natural speed. Swing and stroke should be relatively equal back and through in size and rhythm. 7. Pivot for pitches so the clubhead glides underneath the ball, launching it high with spin. 8. Write it down. Calibrate your short game and put it on paper. Having some basic guidelines and a plan for your short game can make a huge difference without having to always rely on feel. Look for the full story at golf.com. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
This is Alan Stiles on Sacktown Sports 1140, and the big deals are rolling in at Folsom Buick's GMC's end of summer sales event. Right now, take home the 2025 Sierra 1500 Crew Cab Denali with $13,500 off MSRP, or lease it for just $699 a month for 24 months with $5,999 due at signing. This is your chance to drive the bold and powerful Sierra 1500 Crew Cab built to stand out on the road. When the summer ends, so do these deals. So don't miss out. Visit FolsomBuick.com today.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your home for Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
Hammer time thrown down by the league. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
A mess earlier about his Chris Bosh
don't know
tape.
about that Dean Martin.
Yeah, he know about that Dean Martin. Shout out to him, man. He said my dad loved the Rat Pack back in the day. Sammy Davis, Dean Martin.
Could you imagine being a part of the Rat Pack?
There's certain things I'm like, when I meet my maker, I'm going to ask, just show me that. Put that on film for me. I would love to see just a night with the Rat Pack.
Right. What was that like?
What was that even like?
You know, and they were moving all around, too. It wasn't just like we were here in L.A., Vegas, Palm Springs, Atlantic City. You know what I mean? Like, they were all over the place. Shout out to Compio right there. 916-339-1140. 916-339-1140. I want to get into this Derrick Rose situation. And this really isn't about Derrick Rose, but I think it pertains to the Kings in this regard. On January 26th, Derrick Rose is going to have his jersey retired. And rightfully so, Jay. Rightfully so. You know what I mean? Like, Derrick Rose, MVP, Chicago native. I get it. But I was wondering, and we've had this conversation a little bit, and I'd love to hear it from the fan base out there, whether on the text line 916-339-1140 or the YouTube. Who is going to be the next Kings jersey retired, and who should be?
Grace, don't start no mess.
No, I'm about to start some and might finish some too. Start some and finish some too. Because Derrick Rose, that's a no-brainer out there in Chicago. I get it. But do we have any no-brainers here in Sacramento? I would say DeMarcus Cousins should get his jersey retired. But I can see why he wouldn't be the first guy I would put up there. De'Aaron Fox, does he get his jersey retired? Should he? Because the thing about Derrick Rose in Chicago, he was not only a great player, MVP, but they had postseason success also. And so does postseason success weigh into whether an organization or a fan base should retire a player's jersey? And if that's the case, well, when you look at De'Aaron Fox, one playoff berth. When you look at DeMarcus Cousins, didn't reach the playoffs. Somebody on the YouTube chat, Carl Weisker, Sabonis, if we get to the playoffs, but nobody right now unless we get to the playoffs. I got something else for y'all. Because the usual suspects are Fox, DeMarcus Cousins. Let me throw this at you. What about Doug Christie? What about Doug Christie in this regard? And I'm just bringing it up. You can agree or disagree with me. 916-339-1140. When you look at all the roles Doug has held here in Sacramento, ties to the heyday of our Kings. So one of the greatest Sacramento Kings teams. He was a broadcaster. He's been here in our community. And now he's the head coach. And we got to see how it plays out. But a case could be made if Doug leads this team to the playoffs a year or two. Could we have sort of like our boy Jerry Reynolds? Jerry Reynolds is retired here in Sacramento because of what he meant to the organization, how many roles he had, obviously, you know, with the Monarchs and everything. It's almost like it's not just for one thing. Jay, I said, could there be a case made for Doug Christie if he leads this team to the playoffs or two? And not just for one thing, not just as a player, not just as a coach, but what he's meant to the city, the organization. He hasn't dipped. He hasn't bounced. He's been here. Broadcaster, assistant coach, radio, player. And if he gets the team back, could a case be made for Doug? I see you, turning up your mouth a little bit. You see where I'm getting at?
Yeah, I see where you're going.
Because I asked the question, when you look at Derrick Rose, he didn't only is not only getting his jersey retired because he was a great player, but he also led him to the postseason.
Right.
And so do you need to have that too?
Oh, no doubt. You have to have success. Which
Right?
Doug has as a player.
That's what I'm talking about.
I think initially, and I'll stay with the Doug Christie conversation before who I think, and I think mine's is no secret. Mine's is going to be pretty easy. But do it all, and you use Jerry Reynolds as an example. Absolutely.
Right.
We're on when it comes to the Kings, there is the great 2000 teams, and then there truly is everyone else.
Right. Yep.
And so you made the point, we were talking about Andre Iguodala, Jeff T calling him the worst all-star at the time of that season. If you look at what that team means to Sacramento, the history, and how they've played a part in this community for so long. You talked about how the Celtics had 9 people in the Hall of Fame, not just the starting 5, but 6, 7, 8. There's 6, 7, and 8 men.
Yeah,
and the coach, and probably assistant coach. I think the Kings of that era, of that team, we will probably see 1 or 2 more of those guys be, something or some form of put in the rafters.
Yeah.
Even if it's not a jersey, they might put them in the circle of the kingdom. There's going to be something. They're going to have to give those people a little more love than what they've already gotten, which is crazy because they're beloved by everybody. So I think he's in the running, especially if he takes this team to multiple seasons of postseason. Oh man, yeah, he's definitely going to be in the running.
I'm with you on that. I think, because here's the thing, and somebody on the text line 209, give Gary Gerald a jersey and retire it. Oh, G-Man's going to be up there.
That's my first one. That's where
that's where you were going to go,
yeah.
Right?
G-Man is right now. G-Man is right now. There are people that we wait too long to honor them.
Yeah.
He's been honored multiple times.
Yeah.
But I'll say this, and Drapes, you could take a step back because I don't need.
Step back.
I don't need. Yeah, go ahead, get your bite to eat.
Go ahead. Yeah.
It's this. We're at a point in time where sometimes we honor people way too late, and we got to do a better job of honoring people while they're still with us. You never know. That could be someone who's 20 and not here with 25, somebody 50 and not 55, so on and so forth. The G-Man is still moving and grooving. He's still on the mic, play by play. He's still on the road. We still get to see his, usual pics of the pizza when he's in New York and the steak when he's in Oklahoma City and so on and so forth. I have no clue, Drapes, how the Sacramento Kings have not risen a mic, a pair of headphones, something to the rafters wholeheartedly for the G-Man. What are we waiting for? I truly want to know, what are we waiting for? There's 40 years in the game. What are we waiting for? There's nothing to wait on anymore. He's a legend, not only here, but throughout the NBA. Why not show him his love now? We want him to retire and then say, okay, well, come back next year. No, do it now. Absolutely do it now. That is one of the easiest layups for this organization to do something right. And I'm not saying they do things wrong, but there is a mass perception. Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah.
When I was in 4th, 5th, 6th grade, when I went to junior high, CM Gady, middle school, South Sacramento, 7th grade, I remember going to basketball tryouts, and the coaches, the very first thing they said was this: go up, make a left-handed layup. You can't make a left-handed layup, walk out the gym. That's a left-handed layup. That's the easiest thing to do, Drapes. Why in the hell has the G-Man not have been? I mean, I get it. Not the, you've been here for 30 years, let me give you the sign and the watch. You've been here for 40 years. Let me give you the mic, the golden microphone. No, I'm talking about make it a day. Why the G-Man Day? Every year is G-Man T-shirts. Every year, Media Day. Jared Reynolds has the media entrance named after him. G-Man needs to have a wing or something too. What are we waiting on? That's the easiest to me. I think G-Man is by far. I mean, it should be almost you walk up. We do the show at the radio table before game days. Right where the G-Man, J. Ross, and HT post up during the game. That table should be gold of some sorts.
Right.
That should be laminated Gary Gerald table. Space, something. No doubt about it. All of that up there should be named something about the G-Man immediately. That's the easiest thing to do. What kickback would you get from that? What negative connotation could you? Come on, man.
Everybody loves G-Man.
Everybody. I ain't never met a person. There's plenty of people like, Jay, I don't mess with you. You brash. I don't like that. Whatever. I ain't never heard a person say, man, I ain't really feeling the G-Man. So many people come in from different teams, Drapes. You get to go to the broadcasters meetings. You get to see it firsthand.
Right.
You've been in the game for a long time. There are legends, and then there are, dude.
Yeah.
That is royalty. Come on. G-Man,
I can't tell you
should be done.
And I can't tell you how many times I'm on the road. I do the radio on the road from G-Man's location. And the engineer's like, hey, where's G-Man at? Like, he's known throughout the league.
Man.
And to your point, Jay, we just celebrated 40 years of Sacramento Kings basketball.
Crazy.
G-Man's been here for them all. It only makes sense. And maybe the organization has that in the works. I don't know. But you're 100% right. If we're going to honor somebody, put somebody's name up there, G-Man probably should be the next one.
Oh, absolutely.
He should be the next one. Hit us up, 916-339-1140, 916-339-1140. B. Dietz says, facts today. Get it done. Somebody says, Sabonis, if we can get deep in the playoffs. Doug probably should have his jersey retired at this point, but let him earn it as the coach. Anybody else on that 2002 team?
Man,
Bibby.
Real fast.
Yeah.
916 Scott, man, get up out of here. Don't disrespect the G-Man like that.
What's what he say?
He said, we get it, Jay. Anybody else? No.
Where I missed that?
That's on the text line.
Oh, okay.
No. Don't feel bad because we're talking about the G-Man. He should be celebrated. You can't take a quick 5-minute rant for the G-Man? You ain't a Kings fan, man. I'm pulling your car. Straight up. Get up out of here.
Dog, and here's the thing, man. G-Man is so beloved. G-Man's like warm apple pie, grandma's apple pie, her mac and cheese. When you hear the G-Man, you know all is right in the world. It just brings you a certain set level of comfort out there. And so I'm with you, Jay. I didn't even think of G-Man. And that's my bad.
Oh, it's all good, man.
Because, you're right. That he should definitely be up there. He should be the next one.
Right now, though.
Right now.
Let's not wait. Hopefully G-Man is blessed to live as long as he feels prosper and his maker allows him to. But let's do it now. No need to prolong that. It's 40 years, man. He's been calling games as long as I've been alive.
And he's seen it all, dude.
Seen it all.
He's been there through it all and still does a hell of a job. Still holds it down. It's you're right. It's G-Man. That's the mic drop right there.
I don't see how you can't.
It's G-Man, and then we could talk about the others.
Right.
916-339-1140. Let's get to the phone lines right now. Ashley's on line 1. What's up, Ashley? You're on with Drapes and Jay.
Hey, so I just wanted to talk real quick about you guys were talking about putting Doug up in the rafters. And for me, just like Harry Gerald, I think it's a no-brainer. And the reason why is I feel like Doug Christie is the perfect embodiment of what it means to be a Sacramento King.
I'm with you, Ashley. I appreciate that. And that's the thing about it, Jay. He's been tied to the organization for decades on top of decades.
They pushing probably 20.
Easily,
pretty
right?
Close between player, broadcaster.
Yeah,
it's got to be around
now.
them teams somewhere.
What was when did Doug retire from basketball? Offhand, I need to look at that. Because here's the thing, and how long has he been here in Sacramento? The fact that as a player, his last year here in Sac was 2004 and 5.
So he probably got out about 7, 8.
06, 07 was his last year. The fact that he came back to Sac, played in LA, played in New York, Toronto, Dallas, LA, Clippers.
Got that quick little cup of tea with Orlando.
Right? Oh yeah, I didn't even see that there. It got blended in.
Yeah, man. I've always told him if I want any jersey, I want an Orlando jersey.
Right, exactly. But he came back, and the thing about Doug, he rides for Sacramento like no other.
As much as he rides for his own hometown.
Right, his own hometown. He's not a native Sacramentan.
Nah.
He wasn't born here. But this is home for him.
To the point, he'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
He said it numerous times. One of the things he always talks about is his unfinished business.
Right.
He's told the story once or twice, so it's not like I'm telling something that hasn't been put out there, but he always feels that until a championship is brought to Sacramento, it's unfinished business. And in any way, shape, form, or fashion, he wants to be a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll tell you, I don't care if that's coach, if that's me coming out and playing 2 minutes real fast to put a foul on somebody, scouting, like I said, radio, broadcasting, pre and post, any of that,
coaching.
Man. Yeah. He wants to be a part of a championship, bringing a championship to Sacramento.
916-339-1140. JR hanging out with Drapes and Jay on line 2. What's up, JR?
What's up, man? How are you doing today on Friday?
I'm great, man. I got an hour and 37 minutes left. Not that I'm counting, big
You're
fella.
not watching the clock.
Not at all. What you got for me, man?
G-Man. Well, of course, everything you just said about Christie, but G-Man is just the epic. And if you ever been on, his Twitter, he does all his foods he eats when he goes to the way trips. Of course, he's done NASCAR and hockey. His freaking resume is off the charts. But his love for the Kings and his ability to endure all these years. And one time, my thing with G-Man, we were down in San Francisco. It was before the Warriors playoff game, number 4. And he's sitting right on the court, and I was lucky enough to walk across the court to get to my seats. I'm on the G-Man, the GOAT. And he just sticks his hand up, and I high-five it. And he's got his head down. He's preparing for the game, and that's it. And I'm like, that's why he's the GOAT right there. I felt so good. I'm like, what a day this is going to be. So anyway, that's him, right? He's like, I got you. You're a Kings fan. I'm good.
Right.
Yeah.
So smooth,
We love
man.
him.
So never
Real
flustered.
smooth. That's the way to describe him.
Yeah, super
boys.
smooth. All right, Jay, I appreciate you, man. Enjoy your weekend. Somebody on the Twitter, somebody tweeted at me, Rick Adelman should have his name in the rafters before any other player.
It's close. I'm not arguing it.
Look at the track record, Jay.
Yeah, I'm not arguing it.
What was he here? 8 years and made the playoffs every year or something like that. I gotta look that
-1,
up.
I think.
Yeah, minus. Come on, man.
He's pretty damn close.
So
he's pretty damn close.
So we got Adelman.
Yep.
We got G-Man.
Yep.
We've made the case for Doug.
Yep.
What about a player?
Nothing
tough.
jumps off the page.
Right.
Nothing jumps off the page because of, unfortunately, the way certain people are seen. And I started the G-Man conversation in the form of everybody and JR just kind of, put the sugar on top. No one has anything bad to say about the G-Man. He's selfless. If you look at all the players, and I understand there's a difference between being a play-by-play or the voice of the Sacramento Kings, but Drapes, you know this. There's vitriol, especially now with social network and everything. People, and this is the greatest part of it. It's never bothered me, as I talked about Scott and all that. It never bothers me if somebody dislikes me, because I was raised that everybody ain't gonna like you.
Right.
But man, when you start to look into the form of like some of our players, the De'Aaron Foxes, the DeMarcus Cousins,
Vitriol you talking
man, there's a lot of vitriol for some of those people. And that's why the G-Man jumps off the page, is because he is living, and he is living in the era of social network. He has worked and performed in the era of social network. And I still, Drapes, I honestly, I can't remember one time where somebody was like, man, who the hell is calling the Kings game on radio? Like, this dude sucks.
Right.
We all get that.
Yeah.
Somebody dislikes us every day. That's cool.
Yeah.
Because of what we said or how we said it, or, as Scott said, I said layups too many times, whatever. That's part of the game. Doesn't bother me.
Right.
But for the G-Man, I'm almost, if somebody says something bad about the G-Man, I'm almost jumping on you as if like that's my pops.
Right.
Like if my name is Bobby Gerald or Jay Gerald. You better not say nothing bad about the G-Man. So I think that's hand and above. But when you look at the players, like if I say DeMarcus Cousins right now, what are most people going to say? It's going to be split down the middle, right?
Yeah.
You say De'Aaron Fox, we know it's split down the middle at this point. You say Mike Bibby, he didn't deliver the championship.
Jay Will was, started it really,
There you go.
Yeah.
Like anybody that you talk about that's played on the court, there's going to be some vitriol.
916-339-1140. I want to continue that conversation and give you guys a chance. I know. Hey, man, you and Scott beefing? Like me and Quinn? Right, me and Quinn, y'all beefing, right?
No, I'm just using Scott as an example because it makes my argument.
Right. 916-339-1140. You can call in right now. Text us as well. Weigh in. We also got Chris Sylvester, ESPN play-by-play announcer. That's right. He is calling that big high school football game. Grant High School, Folsom High School. We're going to preview that next year on the Drive, guys. Sacktown Sports 1140.
The 49ers play here. This Saturday, Niners and Chargers. Pre-game at 4. Catch all the game live on Sacktown Sports.
At 96.3 HD3.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part, they accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right. So we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide.
based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Hey, everybody, it's Carmichael Dave. Labor Day is almost upon us. Can you believe it? And you can relax in style without breaking the bank. Why? Because it's the Labor Day sale at Amy's Outdoor Living. You can save from 40 to 70% on premium patio sets, colorful umbrellas, new cushions, beautiful and useful fire pits, and much more. And right now is the time to beat those tariffs and save your hard-earned money on most of their top name brands. Turn your backyard into a resort-style retreat. Hurry in to save 40 to 70% off your new backyard, because guess what? These savings will not last long. Amy's Outdoor Living, used to go there with my dad as a little kid. That's how long they've been around. And now they have 2 locations on El Camino near Watt. That's the one I grew up going to. And the El Dorado Town Center. It's beautiful there. Amy's Outdoor Living, where your outdoor living begins.
Elk Grove Honda is proud of Honda's lineup of trucks and SUVs offering compatibility and versatility to the core. From the all-electric Prologue to the Pilot, Honda's most rugged SUV, and from the Street Smart CR-V to the Ridgeline's truckload of capabilities, Honda's lineup also includes the Passport, designed for adventure, and HR-V, just as smart as it looks. See the exciting new models at Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
And we're back, live during a Flex Alert. Dialed in on the thermostat. Oh, we're pre-cooling before 4 p.m., folks.
And that's the end of the third. Time to set it back to 78 from 4 to 9 p.m. Clutch move by the home team. What's the game plan from here on out?
Laundry?
Not today.
Dishwasher?
Sidelined.
What a performance by Team California. The power truly is ours.
During a Flex Alert, pre-cool, power down, and let's beat the heat together.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed a musty smell in your home? I hope not, because damp smells mean that you could have a crawl space problem. That's where Groundworks comes in. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to waterproof your crawl space and get to the root cause of the problem. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for
some other people throwing out some names as well. We'll get back to that in your phone calls coming up in a minute. But first, the football season is underway tonight here in the city of Sacramento, or Northern California. Tonight is the night. That's right. Football is back. High school football, I'm talking about. And the game of the week is actually tomorrow. Yeah. Nationally televised, Jay. ESPN, Folsom High School, Grant High School, 2 powerhouses going head-to-head on ESPN tomorrow night. I believe kickoff is at 7:30, and the guy on the call for tomorrow's game is Chris Sylvester. I'm going to call him our guy, Chris Sylvester.
He's family now.
Yeah, he's family now. All right, Chris, let's talk about tomorrow's matchup. First of all, welcome to Sacramento. When you do your research for this game between these two teams, when you talk to the coaches and the players, what's the vibe you're getting?
First of all, I appreciate you guys having me be family at the word hello here. That's some love for sure. But no, man, I mean, like you said, I mean, there's a different type of purity, and I'm a SoCal guy, so okay. I understand the landscape of California high school football. De La Salle's dominated up in this region for years. Sarah San Mateo most recently in Northern California, and then obviously down south you got Bosco and Mater Dei seemingly going at it each and every year for a CIF Southern Section championship. So for these two public schools to still have the dudes that they do and still get the national recognition they do, I'm super excited to bring it to everybody
tomorrow night. And I mean, there's just no shortage of next level talent in this game. I mean, whether you're talking about guys that are going to be going to BYU, like Ryder Lyons, Folsom's quarterback, or maybe some guys like Kobe Shabazz, who's a Sac State commit, and try to help Brendan Marion jumpstart that program and all the big ambitions that the Hornets have. So I'm super excited to showcase this game. I'll be honest. I mean, when I first saw this one put on the docket, I thought, this would be a game Folsom would be heavily favored in, but obviously Grant will have a little bit of home field advantage. And I mean, don't overlook the Pacers, man. I mean, they got some dudes on both sides of the ball. I think it's going to be an extremely competitive game. And I think it's going to come down to, who takes care of the football. And obviously Folsom has to feel good about not giving the opposition extra possessions with Ryder Lyons at the controls. But man, I mean, this is just as good as it gets. Public schools, couple powerhouses, like you said, and I expect a big crowd out at Grant Union tomorrow night.
Hey, Chris, you being of ilk of the SoCal and, having your eyes on Folsom, who's been a powerhouse, and Grant also as well. One of the things, and we had Coach Carl Reed on this week, one of the things that the Pacers are trying to answer is replacing a position there at quarterback, which is number one on the field. What's been your take, your prep work heading into tomorrow at the quarterback position for Grant?
Yeah, Shiran Crump looks like he's going to get the starting nod. I mean, he's 6'2" junior. Saw a little bit of time, in garbage time last year. But, Luke Alexander left some big shoes to fill. He's off at College of San Mateo now. And if you know JUCO football, San Mateo year in and year out is one of the best programs. Talking to Carl Reed myself, I mean, he feels like Shiran needs to make quick decisions, establish some sort of running game, and then just get the ball out to athletes. I mean, Rosario Edwards is one of the best tight ends of the country. He's only a junior. We've got him 58th overall in our ESPN Junior 300 rankings. He's got visits lined up to Oregon, Ole Miss, UCLA, USC this fall. Kobe Shabazz, another guy I mentioned, he's going to Sac State, a terrific weapon on the outside. And then some guys that are maybe not getting the biggest looks right now, but DeMarcus Brown is a sophomore. He's got an FCS offer from Bethune-Cookman. Sosaya Noah is a tight end. They'll use a little bit in different formations. He's got looks from San Jose State and Sac State right now. So I'm curious to see, this is such a big stage, like you said, nationally televised. It's the biggest game in this area this season, you could argue. And for Shiran Crump, I mean, that's not an easy situation to step into with his first career varsity start. Interestingly enough, Grant Union has a quarterback named Blake Nycomb. He's a transfer from Folsom, but because of those CIF rules, he's not able to play the first 5 games of the season. But fellas, when you look at both of these teams' schedules, I mean, you just have to tip your cap because Grant Union, I mean, this isn't only the tough game, the only tough game for them on the schedule. They got De La Salle. They got a couple of other teams coming in from different regions, San Diego, Lincoln, Fresno. So it's some really, really good high school football. And I think for Grant, like Coach said, you just got to get it out to your athletes and let them do their thing.
On the call here is Chris Sylvester, play-by-play broadcaster. He's calling Grant High School versus Folsom tomorrow. Chris, you mentioned some of the big-name programs throughout the state. Do you get a sense of what it means for the city, what it means for these kids to get this national exposure? We heard about Ryder Lyons. Everybody knows about him. But some of the other guys will be able to make a name for himself maybe out here tomorrow night on ESPN.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially some of these kids. I mean, we'll pay so much attention and rightfully so pay off all these kids on the field tomorrow night that have those next level offers. But this is a huge showcase opportunity. I mean, if you're going into your junior season and knowing that this is going to be a big campaign to try to get some looks to play at the next level, get a scholarship offer to play at the next level, I think it's big in that regard. And I think it's just big for this region of California to showcase how talented a high school football it has. I still go back to 2008, guys, and I think about the late Mike Albergini leading Grant over Long Beach Poly, which at the time, Long Beach Poly had produced more NFL draft picks than any high school in the country. So, I mean, I think that's one of the great stories when you look at the history of the open division in high school football. But I think for Grant, especially being CIF 2 AA champions last year, I think they want to move up and maybe have an opportunity to see Folsom again in the postseason. So I think it's our job broadcasting this game to a national audience to really educate them on what California high school football is all about, how many teams there are, how many different powerhouses there are, and kind of these two are each year in, each out, at least since Carl Reed and Sid Klein took over at Grant for the late Mike Albergini. I mean, year in and year out, these teams are hovering around the top 30, top 25 in the state. And as we all know, it's Cali, Texas, and Florida when you talk about the best recruiting hotbeds for high school football.
Yo, Chris, you have the opportunity to be on the mic like Drake, for my partner here, play-by-play on many different sports and instances. But how does high school football, especially like you said, California, Florida, and Texas, how does that compare when you get to go and jump around a different state to state? As I'm sitting up here looking at St. Joseph's Prep take on American Heritage on ESPN already tonight for kickoff. How does it compare when you rep in California and the high school football tradition to some of the other things that you call?
Yeah, I think you don't look any further sometimes when you're trying to showcase this thing than some of the alumni. I mean, some of the best football players in the history of the sport got their start in California. And that's not limited to, 4 and 5 star guys. I mean, you think about a guy like Aaron Rodgers, who's miraculously playing another year in the National Football League this year. I mean, he was playing JUCO ball not that far away from here at Butte Junior College before he got discovered by Cal and then eventually NFL teams, and the rest is history for that Hall of Fame career. But even between these two, with Sid Kwan's brother Shaq, he's still playing remarkably 11th season in the NFL with the Buffalo Bills. Dante Stallworth, Devontae Booker both had nice college and NFL careers. And then Folsom, I mean, all the record-breaking quarterbacks they've had throughout the years. Maybe some of them didn't make huge noise at the next level, but you think about Dano Graves about 15 years ago. More recently, Jake Browning, who took Washington to the college football playoff. Now he's Joe Burrow's backup in Cincinnati. And even Austin Mack, who Ryder Lyons was behind as a freshman at Folsom, he was in the mix to be Alabama's starting quarterback a little earlier this summer. So, I mean, it's just terrific to be able to be out here and just see this brand. Like you said, state to state high school football, it's a big deal just about everywhere, but there's just a different type of vibe, especially in a city area school like Grant Union. I really expect a electric atmosphere that's going to really represent this region well on national TV tomorrow night.
Hey, Chris, I'm going to throw you a curveball here. I'm on your Twitter page right now, and your picture you have at the header up there is you at a Stanford game, and our boy Max Reynaud is on the headset next to you. He's a Sacramento Kings draft pick, 2nd round. What do you remember about that game, and what do you think about Max?
Man, Maxime, I was pleasantly surprised to see the Kings swoop in and get him. I didn't really even know he was heavily on Sacramento's radar. I think that's going to be a great fit. I mean, this is a guy who's a little bit of a late bloomer. I mean, he played 4 college seasons, really started to bust out on the fold as a junior. And I think Kyle Smith, who came over from Washington State and was his head coach last year at Stanford, and that staff really helped him piece together just a terrific college season. Guys, if it wasn't for Cooper Flagg doing what he did at Duke last year, Maxime Reynaud would have been the ACC Player of the Year. So I think we've seen it in years past. Think of a guy a couple years ago, Jaime Jaquez, who played all 4 years at UCLA and wound up coming into the league pretty quickly and having an impact as a rookie with the Miami Heat. You also look at Malcolm Brogdon, who'd spent 4 years at Virginia and came into the league and won the Rookie of the Year. So definitely there are a lot of guys that we've seen in the last 15 years that aren't really of that one and done caliber that can still go on to be very good in the NBA. And I think for Maxime Reynaud, I think that experience factor, he's going to be ahead of a lot of rookies this year. And I'm super excited to see what he can piece together up this way.
Joined by Chris Sylvester, play-by-play for tomorrow's Grant Folsom game out there off of Grand Ave. Chris, man, I'm going to stay right there with the Twitter situation. Dude, as I go up and down your timeline, I was looking at it yesterday. Man, you're a little bit everywhere. Like, you rocking in baseball, you rock with, a little college hoop. Of course, you got high school football. I'm a former collegiate baseball player, and I see you got some cachet into that, man. Just paint the picture for me right now as somebody who keeps up with it a little bit, but not as much as I probably need to, man. Like, what am I missing these days when it comes to college baseball? What should bring me back? What's the love that I'm missing?
It's out west, and I'm a West Coast guy too. I'm Cali-based myself, but look, the SEC, I think they've won like 5 or 6 straight college baseball national championships. They just invested more into the sport than some of these programs out west. Now, Stanford was on a great run just in the last couple of years where they had made 3 straight College World Series. But, nothing beats the atmospheres down south when you talk about college baseball nationally. There's still some really, really good West Coast programs. Oregon hosted a regional this year. UCLA, Oregon State are still national powers. But think about this. Think about how quickly guys are getting from college to the major leagues. I think there's more attention, rightfully so, on the Major League Baseball draft now because you have quicker moving players. You think about the guy that's lighting the baseball world on fire right here in West Sacramento, Nick Kurtz. This dude was drafted like a year ago. He was playing college baseball at Wake Forest last spring, and now he's one of the best hitters in Major League Baseball. Right. And you look at Paul Skeens, who within the last couple of years went from starting in the College World Series to LSU, and Wyatt Langford, who had big postseason for the Texas Rangers the year he was drafted when they won the World Series a couple years ago. So I think college baseball, atmosphere-wise, it doesn't get better than the SEC. And, you and I and everybody else out west, we hear about the SEC bias because it's on our TVs. We can't get it off of it. But it's legitimate hype when it comes to college baseball. But I definitely think, like you said, I think it's more exciting because I think guys are just moving up quicker now. So it's not like you have to wait, 4 or 5 years anymore to see one of these guys go from college and be on a major league roster making a big impact.
Chris Sylvester on the call for Grant Folsom tomorrow. Chris, my last question for you, social media, you're very active. You reposted my boy Dennis Schroeder's game winner yesterday in the Euro basket over Spain. Is there a tie there? Were you on the call? Like, what made you retweet our guy Schroeder's game winner clutch drive yesterday?
Yeah, no, I was on the call.
Nice, dude.
I wish I was there in person, but nonetheless, through a small laptop screen, I was still able to get the vibe. That was a great game, man. That's just an exhibition game for the Eurobasket, which, the group play starts next week. But I was kind of surprised at the end of regulation, and there's not a whole lot of communication between me and the people over there because, speak different languages and different times of day and whatnot. But I'm sitting there in my office calling this game yesterday, and they were tied at the end of the fourth quarter. I just thought they were going to call it wraps, like, hey, we tied and we start next week. But sure enough, they play a full 5-minute overtime. And man, I love how much these international players get into a Eurobasket because obviously, USA is the cream of the crop, but USA can't crash this party. It's going to be Giannis in Greece. It's going to be Luka in Slovenia. It's going to be Joker in Serbia. It's going to be the Wagner brothers and like you said, Dennis Schroeder for Germany. So it's a really exciting time of year for hoops for those of us that miss it, and maybe for those that don't really follow the W. I think it's a fun time of year. But man, Dennis Schroeder, man, he got teed up late in the fourth quarter yesterday.
Wow.
He was really into it. He was treating it like a playoff game, and I think it's a good pickup for the Kings. How well he was able to play down the stretch. Got some meaningful, game action as a focal point with Detroit down the stretch last year, and I think sometimes these summer events, I think more so for young guys, but sometimes these summer events can help guys translate into a good fall camp and eventually a good regular season. And obviously that's what everybody around these parts is hoping for from Schroeder.
Chris Sylvester, play-by-play announcer for ESPN. He'll be on the call for Folsom at Grant High. 7:30 kickoff tomorrow, Chris?
Yeah, 7:30. We had a weather delay out in Florida. We won't have any lightning around these parts tomorrow night, so we should be on time. We'll be right on the heels, actually, of Mercer and UC Davis on ESPN. So that's a lot of SAC area football. People can digest, sit there for about 6-7 hours, watch UC Davis. We all know how good of a football program that's become in the Big Sky, and obviously Grant and Folsom tomorrow night. I can't wait.
All right, Chris, good luck with that call tomorrow, man. Appreciate you for jumping on with us.
Yeah, appreciate it, fellas. Have a good weekend. Thanks again.
All right, that's our guy, Chris Sylvester. Follow him on social media, Chris Sylvester _. He'll be on the call for tomorrow's Grant Folsom game, Jay. And
yeah, man.
High school football season is here.
Oh, no doubt.
And
as soon as I leave here, I'm going to my daughter's game.
Where they at? Who they got?
They at CB. Yeah, they got 12 Bridges.
12 Bridges.
Quickly becoming a powerhouse around here. And it was a good game last year, so we'll see. We'll see a couple playoff teams competing again.
Somebody from the 209. It's high school football. Give me a break. Is Pee Wee next? That's the thing, though. High school football, we all can relate to that. Man. We all been there. We all went to high school.
Yeah.
We got kids. You know what I mean? And I'll tell you this. as much as I love the NBA, as much as I love, covering pro sports, when I used to work in Yakima, Washington, La Crosse, Wisconsin, Louisville, Kentucky, and I had the camera on my shoulder.
Yes, sir.
When I walk into a high school field, football, basketball, they go crazy.
Tremendous.
That's an environment, man.
It is, man.
That's a scene. High school football, come on, man.
Drapes and I understand. We got to talking about last segment. Everything and everyone is not for everybody.
Yep.
Totally get it.
Yep.
But man, if you're not feeling high school football, I don't know what it's a terrible look. Because as you said, we all can relate to going through high school. Even if you didn't play football, you had a partner, you had a friend, you had someone that was connected, maybe a sibling. A lot of these players, have parents or uncles or someone that's has coached you through, a level. We can definitely all relate, and it is big. It truly, high school football is it's sitting on ESPN as we're speaking right now, literally. So, it does these young men a disservice when you ain't really rocking with them. And I get it. Totally understand. It ain't for everybody.
That's not your cup of tea. That's not
no
that
problem.
person's cup of tea.
They don't like the chamomile. They like the Earl. You know what I mean? They don't like
and that's
fine.
okay, though.
Sleepy
That's all right.
time, right?
That's okay.
That is. It's very fine.
My school, Vista Del Lago, they're at Laguna Creek.
Ooh, that's my nephew in them squad.
Where that's at?
Laguna is at Elk Grove.
Oh, is it? Yeah, they out there tonight.
Yeah. Laguna is Elk Grove. So my nephew is a starting varsity quarterback as a sophomore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
So this will be his first initial jump off, which is
on
tough.
varsity, huh?
Yeah,
That's nice.
because I can't go peep him because I got to go watch my daughter. But next week, my daughter and them play at San Joaquin Memorial, which is in Fresno or something around that area. A super, super hike. So I told, little baby, Dad gonna miss that one.
Damn.
Game started 7:30. We getting out there at 6. There's no shot.
6:30. Yeah.
But I'm gonna go catch nephew play next week. It'll be a second game starting QB for varsity as a sophomore. So, and they're expected to make the playoffs this year. Laguna. I believe they made it last year.
Really?
Yeah.
And your daughter goes to
Christian Brothers, CB.
September 26th. Christian Brothers at Vista Del Lago.
That's gonna be.
We
a
gotta
stop
be
out.
there, bro.
That's
We gotta. Hey, dog. We gonna be there on the sidelines,
Absolutely.
on the field, checking that one out.
Well, one thing about I didn't go to Christian Brothers, so I don't rep that.
You don't rep that, right?
Yet.
But
you are a fan of what your children are a part of. Absolutely. So it pains me, but I've thrown on a Falcon shirt here and there.
Really?
Yeah, it pains me because at the time we were in the same conference as Christian Brothers when I was going to school at Burbank. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They were, one of our 4 or 5 rivals, so to say. But it pains me to put a shirt on here and there. But listen, it's like this. How many times you see somebody professional ranks and you get an interview or, you're interviewing somebody and it's like, oh, man, I grew up a Laker fan, but my son plays for the Kings, so I'm rocking the Kings. You just got to accept it.
Got to accept it.
Absolutely.
All right, so I'm definitely at that Vista Del Lago.
What day is that?
September 26th. Friday, September 26th.
Okay.
Christian Brothers at Vista.
They
You got to
Vista,
come to
because they
Folsom,
came
big
to.
dog.
I'm about to say they came to CB last year and got a smoke out. So you're
you
right.
finally going to go past Rancho.
No problem.
Finally going to go past Hazel for the first time in your life, man.
No, man, I just passed there earlier this week.
But yeah, we're going to be at that game for sure, man. Coming up, we'll get back to the conversation about whose jersey should be retired next if you're the Sacramento Kings. You're listening to Drapes and Jay. It's the Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports 1140.
The 49ers play here. This Saturday, Niners and Chargers. Pre-game at 4. Catch all the game live on Sacktown Sports.
At 96.3 HD3.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV wins.
What
Are you going to take the RV to the mountains or go pick up your dry cleaning?
RV wins!
Are we cleaning the gutters or taking the RV camping?
RV wins!
Are we getting a new passport or cruising up the coast?
RV wins!
Don't forget, you got that trip to Sweden coming up.
Oh, yeah, passport, then RV.
With Progressive, you can bundle your RV with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings in your RV. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card. So let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver Card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time on a fancy water bottle with ultra titanium alloy metal. You're not sure why you need all that. I mean, it just holds water, but you're getting it anyway. Because if you're hiking near an active volcano and you accidentally drop the bottle into molten lava, your water will still be icy cold. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for water bottles. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Stockton Honda cranks up the savings with amazing deals during the Honda Summer Event happening now. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, you'll find unbeatable selection, serious savings, and top dollar for your trade. From quick crosstown drives to full-blown road trips. Wherever you're headed, Stockton Honda is ready to help you get there in style. Start your summer adventures at Stockton Honda or StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Xfinity. Introducing the 5-year price guarantee. One internet price, 5 years guaranteed. One of the cool sidebar stories to the A's Hall of Fame induction ceremony before the A's play the Reds on September 13th will be the appearance of Reds manager Tito Francona. Francona was the A's bench coach back in 2003 when inductees Hudson, Mulder, and Zito led the A's to the postseason.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is
Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge.
Smart fridge.
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
Mark your calendars for a stacked lineup of live shows. It all starts August 23rd with Gypsy Kings at Hard Rock Live Sacramento and Super Soul Fest featuring Jeffrey Osborne at Thunder Valley. Then get ready to laugh with Weird Al Yankovic at the Lake Tahoe Amphitheater at Caesars Republic on August 24th and comedian Taylor Tomlinson at Thunder Valley on August 29th. Flashback to the ultimate throwback but lost 80s rewind at Thunder Valley on August 31st. And Fight Night fans, don't miss Thunder Showdown Boxing on September 6th, also at Thunder Valley. Country star Darius Rucker takes the stage at the Lake Tahoe Amphitheater at Caesars Republic on September 13th, followed by comedian legend Eddie Griffin on September 19th, and Classic Rockers 38 Special on September 21st, both at Hard Rock Live Sacramento. Then it's Keith Sweat at Hard Rock Live Sacramento October 5th. And country fans, see David Nail live at Goldfield Roseville October 9th. Get your tickets now and find more info at sacktownsports.com.
This is Alan Stiles on Sacktown Sports 1140, and the big deals are rolling in at Folsom Buick's GMC's end of summer sales event. Right now, take home the 2025 Sierra 1500 Crew Cab Denali with $13,500 off MSRP, or lease it for just $699 a month for 24 months with $5,999 due at signing. This is your chance to drive the bold and powerful Sierra 1500 Crew Cab built to stand out on the road. When the summer ends, so do these deals. So don't miss out. Visit FolsomBuick.com today.
The Alan Stiles Show.
Somebody was talking about the Raiders and how good Derek Carr looked
and how they wanted to do the sit him for a year thing, but it's just really hard when you got a Lamborghini in the garage and you want to test it out and drive the Lamborghini around. And who is the Lamborghini in the garage right now for the Kings? Is it Keon? Keegan can't be the Lamborghini. Keegan's playing.
You can listen to the Allen Style Show Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on 1140 a.m., YouTube, and the Sacktown Sports app.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part, they accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right. So we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Come check out Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room with the most variety of table games in the region in a safe and friendly environment. Plenty of well-lit parking available, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. And remember, Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Toyota's national sales event is on with great deals happening now through Labor Day, like on the rugged, versatile 2025 Tacoma, or score low 1.99% APR on the 2025 Tundra, built to haul, tow, and handle your to-do list. And don't miss the all-new 2025 4Runner, fearless on the trail and in traffic. Hurry in for Toyota's national sales event before these deals are gone for good. Toyota, let's go places. Offer available through TFS to buyers with premium rated credit. Offers end 9/2/25.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number biggest sale of the year. All beds on sale, up to 50% off the limited edition smart bed. Limited time. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Labor Day savings are on at Elk Grove Chevy with $10,500 off MSRP. Every new 2025 Silverado 1500 5.3 liter after all rebate. And Elk Grove Chevy has one of the largest selections in the Sacramento area. $10,500 off new Silverado exclusively at the Elk Grove Chevy Silverado Supercenter. Now that's big, huge. See them all at MegaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Excludes work parking, ZR2, not trading 2011 Chevy car, drive not available with special financing, lease, and some other offers.
Made a great deal of Mega.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Avriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo with RVs of Sacramento and the Smud Museum of Science and Curiosity. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports.
For Splash, it's called.
I feel like somebody sent me that. Who's running that?
Sacramento Splash. It's an organization which promotes nature and outdoor activities for our youth. Basically, they're trying to get the kids off the cell phones, off the tablets, the iPads, and everything like that. So they got a fundraiser going on tonight, Backyard Bash for Splash, out there at Sheldon Inn, Adkins Vineyards. Heading out there in just a little bit as soon as I'm done with the show to start off the vacation weekend. About an hour ago, 45 minutes ago, we started the conversation. Who should be the next Sacramento King to have their jersey retired? And I'd love to hear from you guys, 916-339-1140. You can also text in and chime in on the YouTube chat. I brought this topic up because Derrick Rose on January 26th will have his jersey retired by the Chicago Bulls, and rightfully so. As a former MVP, had postseason success. Got me thinking, though, who's next for us? Is it DeMarcus Cousins? Is it De'Aaron Fox? Jay brought up G-Man. Definitely G-Man got to be honored with something in the rafters. You get a jersey up there with a microphone on it. You got to honor G-Man. Also, people said Rick Adelman. Shout out to Rick Adelman. Look at the King's success while he was head coach. Got to give him the love as well. I said, how about Doug Christie? Especially if Doug guides this team to the playoffs here in the next couple of years or so. He will have been a part of the Sacramento Kings' greatest era of basketball, those early 2000 Kings teams. He's been a broadcaster. He's done pre and post game. He's been an assistant coach and now a coach. Doug should, at some point, have his jersey retired. But how about my boy Mike Bibby? I was watching some old highlights of Mike Bibby against the Lakers back when they used to tangle in the postseason, and Mike was giving them dudes the business. What I saw from Mike Bibby, and you guys know this, y'all lived it through it. He did not back down from Kobe, Shaq. It didn't matter. Mike Bibby had that dog in him. Why not him? Eric Smoking Q says retire Jay Will's jersey. Not the best King, but definitely the fan favorite of all time. He changed it all. He also says if it wasn't for Jay Will, we wouldn't have Bibby. Somebody says from the 209, no one should have their jersey retired. There's 3 to 4 up there and don't belong. 02 Kings didn't do anything but come up short. That's what I'm talking about. Why are we letting this negative person text it? That was a tremendous era of Kings basketball. The officiating, I don't even want to say questionable at best. It was downright awful. And I'm listening to Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross and those guys on this morning and on the show this morning. We beat the Lakers in 02. Best believe the Nets getting their butts kicked. So we're talking about a championship team. So that negative from the 209, come on, man. Come on, go somewhere else. Also from the 209, Doug was part of the Beam team. Exactly. Doug was on the coaching staff on that Beam team. So I'm making a case for Doug to be one of the next people to go up there, especially if he has some playoff success with this Sacramento Kings team. But here's my question to you, Kings fans. And we've gone over the DeMarcus Cousins situation ad nauseum. So I don't want to go down that road again. But the reason Derrick Rose is a no-brainer in Chicago wasn't only because he's a great basketball player and MVP, but Chicago also had postseason success. Do you need to have postseason success to get your jersey retired? Which brings me to De'Aaron Fox. For 7.5 seasons, Fox was phenomenal. All-NBA player, all-star, won playoff series, part of the Beam team. Has De'Aaron Fox done enough to warrant his jersey being retired? I know the wounds are still fresh. Him going to San Antonio, jumping ship basically, wanting out of Sacramento. And I remember when they returned here, when the Spurs came back to Sacramento, the boos that were raining down on De'Aaron Fox. Put DeMarcus Cousins on the back burner right now. Did De'Aaron Fox do enough to warrant that? Or did we need some postseason success? Talking about at least win a playoff series. I could argue DeMontis Sabonis, if they get to the playoffs, could make a case as well. 916-339-1140, 916-339-1140. That's how you can chime in on this conversation. I believe De'Aaron Fox will one day have his jersey retired here in Sacramento. The problem is the wounds are still too fresh. He wanted out. He got tired of Sacramento, wanted to change teams. We're the jilted lovers. So we're not all ready to be warm and fuzzy and welcome him back. But I think as we go through the years, 10 years, 15, 20, whatever it may be, De'Aaron Fox should have that number 5 retired. Because for the most part, most 6.5, 7 years, De'Aaron Fox was a good soldier. Best believe, people, in today's NBA, where guys are strong-arming their way out of town, when the team was struggling, I didn't hear De'Aaron Fox say, "Get me out of here." I didn't hear his camp say, "Trade me." He just put his head down and kept working hard, kept playing. So should De'Aaron Fox have his jersey retired? I'm not saying right now, people. I'm saying, is his 7.5 years here in Sacramento enough to warrant getting it retired? Compio says on the YouTube chat, the player that best reflects the Kings, a team with no real success but steady mediocrity, Jason Thompson. And Jason Thompson is beloved. All-time leader in games played in Sacramento Kings history. De'Aaron Fox would have surpassed him had he not wanted to get out of here and go to San Antonio. I believe De'Aaron Fox should have his jersey retired, not now, but 10 years from now, 15 years. When it's all said and done, he hangs it up, he retires. Because, and I said this months ago, Kings fans, we got to welcome back in our game's greats. The Mitch Richmonds, the C. Webbs, the DeMarcus, the De'Aaron. Because as an organization, as a franchise, that's what we have. We have our history, our proud history. Those guys were some of the game's best players at the time, and they were wearing the Sacramento Kings uniform. And you can't tell me De'Aaron Fox wasn't one of the game's best. He was an all-star, all-NBA. Just didn't have help around him the first 5 years or so of his career. But it wasn't for lack of him not being good enough. He didn't show up. He didn't, represent the organization well. So I believe De'Aaron Fox should have his jersey retired. Seekins 4 says, Derrick Rose took Chicago to a #1 playoff seed in MVP, then had that playoff injury. Also, Rose played 8 seasons, drafted first round by the team. De'Aaron Fox played nearly 8 seasons, had the 1 playoff berth. Who knows if he doesn't get hurt with the finger, do they beat Golden State? I would love to hear from you. 916-339-1140. From the 925, current era generation too quick to reward. Slow down. Do something first. Why? Nobody's saying right now, big fella. I'm just saying Derrick Rose is getting his retired, and rightfully so. He deserves it. Who's next for us? Jay, is De'Aaron Fox, not saying right now, big fella, not saying put the number 5 up in the rafters right now, because you got to let things cool down. You got to let the intensity, the vibe simmer a little bit. But has De'Aaron Fox done enough to warrant a jersey retirement in 10, 15 years? Because I'll say this, Jay.
Yeah.
If he hasn't, then damn, there's a lot of players that ain't getting their jersey retired in Sac. If we just basing it on playoff, well, he didn't do much he didn't get the team several postseason runs. I mean, there's a number of players who put up big numbers, all-star campaigns that ain't going to get their jersey retired.
Yeah. If I'm saying right now, heart mine, I'd say no.
Damn. 7.5 years?
I'd say no. Because there was no postseason. There were really no.
He got the beam team, big fella.
I got you, but I mean, damn.
Clutch player of the year.
We living off that one situation. I need a few more experiences. And I know, Drapes, I get it. Sacramento King fan, who am I to be up there and be like, you know what? I needed 2 or 3, 4 postseason. He gave me one. That's one that many more people gave me.
Right.
I get it. It was a special season. First one in the G1C. First time they got to the postseason. There wasn't enough awards. There wasn't enough representation for Fox. He wasn't at the All-Star game every year. I just feel like he is an example of the Kings organization in a microcosm. Because if he would have put 2, 3 more years in, then yeah, I'm screaming it. But the way it went out, and I don't care about the personal situation, never talked about that, but it wasn't on easy terms. It wasn't smooth. I'd rather him been traded and we all come to, we all screaming, and because like, Kings, what are you guys doing? It's like, a lot of people believe he forced his way out of it, no matter if it was him or his camp. I just didn't, I don't see it. And I understand why some people would say it, but we're talking about the creme de la creme. Not everybody, not just in Sacramento, but not everybody deserves to have their jersey hanging from the rafters at every organization. The one caveat is I'll give you this. If he goes on to have a storied career, win a couple of championships, and, put some trophies behind his name, I think you have to look at it because of the longevity and the star power he has. It would almost look crazy if you didn't retire his jersey. You get what I'm saying? Like, even if all of those things happen to Spurs or another team, you go, win a couple of championships, and he's 5-6-time All-Star and all defensive team, and those type of accomplishments, even though they didn't happen in the Kings jersey, you got to at least think about it. But for me, nah. Like, I'm not giving you the love off the 1 year. The Beam Team year.
And I'm going to push back in a second. I want to read some of it because people coming in hot on this one. No on Fox, this from the 209. No postseason and no community aspect. He quit on us after the Pistons game.
Oof.
At least DeMarcus, DMV had Santa Cruz and covered funeral expenses for multiple people in the area. Somebody also says.
The only thing... Okay, real fast, and I'll make it quick.
Yeah.
Is if we're comparing DMC and De'Aaron's public service, then DMC is for sure above De'Aaron. But I definitely don't want, and I'm not sticking up for De'Aaron, but I just want to make sure we are putting out we on point with the information we have. And I'm not saying the 209, that was 209, right?
Yeah.
The 209 is not saying this, but I just want to make sure. De'Aaron did things for the community. He had bike drives and stuff like that. Dinner giveaway, providing dinner. I just want to make sure that people know that. We'd be doing an injustice if we didn't promote that De'Aaron did give back to the community.
I'm with you. I've been there numerous times where he had events and Christmas events and stuff like that.
Serving dinner, for sure.
Yes,
definitely was
exactly.
part of that.
Ted from the El Dorado. Come on, Drapes. Are we going to give everybody a participation trophy? Let's reserve retiring jerseys for players who can get us into postseason and do something while we're there. Ooh. Here's what I'll say, though, regarding that, Jay. When you retire a jersey, it's because you are a franchise legend. You are one of the best players in franchise history. You can't compare and hold, let's say, Sacramento to the same criteria as Boston.
True.
Now, if you Boston, no, you got to do something in the postseason, big fella. I can't put you up there if you ain't win a championship or something like that.
Got to put a ring on.
You got to put, if you're the Lakers, but we are what we have. It's to honor our teams, our franchises, best players, greatest players. And that's why I asked the question, do you have to have postseason success to be honored? De'Aaron Fox is one of our franchise's greatest players. DeMarcus Cousins is one of our franchise's greatest players. Domantas Sabonis, we can go down the list. And so, and my opinion is, yes, it would be nice to have postseason success, but that's not necessarily a criteria. Because if that's the case, you got a lot of players that have played great that came through that ain't going to be up in our rafters. Come on, big fella. Come on, Jay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's my point.
The pushback on it, though, is, and we're starting this conversation from the fact of Derrick Rose.
Right. That's why there's a topic,
and
right?
As much as you're talking about what they did for, because see, the first thing that comes to my mind is we have people conversating about what they did for the community, right. And, not only on the floor were they integral part of what's going on, amongst our people. Mm-hmm. Derrick Rose has a tremendous history in the city of Chicago, right?
No doubt,
and so
no doubt.
If we're comparing that, what he did in Chi-Town compared to De'Aaron not being from here, because that was Derrick's hometown.
Yes.
Right? So that's a whole nother level.
Yeah.
If we're asking those type of qualifications of a De'Aaron Fox, I just think he falls short, Drapes. Truly. And I'll be the first one. I'll rock with Sacramento as much as stuff I talk on a daily basis about being a commissioner in Sacramento, and we moving around, and like you going to an event, and I'm going to high school, and just had a great conversation with Letitia, who's a flag football coach here in our area, and those are the things that we look forward to, meaning me and you and a lot of people here in Sacramento. I'll be honest though, as much as I want to make sure that De'Aaron gets his credit for doing things in the community, he ain't no Derrick Rose. Not in Sacramento. Now maybe down there in Katy or H-Town.
Right. We know that, Jay.
Yeah. So with the qualifications that we're comparing, and I know that was the door to open up the conversation, I just don't think De'Aaron holds up his end of the bargain when it comes to those things. Not for Sacramento.
You were right. He doesn't have, he was not born here. You know, Derrick Rose is an icon in Chicago.
Right.
But Jay, I'm going to take a quick break, and I'm going to tell you why, and it's going to be a mic drop moment, why De'Aaron Fox should have his jersey retired at some point in Sacramento. Plus, I'll check in with Patrick and Larry hanging on. We got phone lines open as well. 916-339-1140 is the Drive Guys here on Sacktown Sports 1140.
The Drive Guys.
But I know you guys missed me, so I was like, I'm coming in.
We're starting to get used to it. I'm not having you, actually.
I mean, I actually felt bad for Jay too. I'm like, damn, Jay, you got to work with this dude for 4 hours. And I'm like, let me come help Jay. No, I'm messing with you. You know what though? I missed you the other night.
You can listen to the Drive Guys Monday through Friday from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 1140 a.m. YouTube and the Sacktown Sports app.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the Roseville Auto Mall.
I'm Dirk Bedorn in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Expect mostly clear skies tonight with winds from the southwest 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow for your Saturday, temperatures once again will be heating into the upper 90s, close to 100 degrees in many spots. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
The Roseville Auto Mall is Northern California's ultimate destination when looking for your next vehicle. Find the largest selection with 20 top brands and get huge savings during our Labor Day sales event going on now at the Roseville Auto Mall, driven to be the best.
When our HVAC system went out over the winter, we needed a new one in the worst way, weren't sure where to turn, and a friend recommended Lee'sAir.com. I'm glad we checked them out. Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating was ready to come out the day we called. Now, I did ask if they wanted me to do a jingle for them. I haven't heard back from them yet, but usually they're very responsive. I'm sure they're just very busy. Why choose Lee's? They offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee, 4.8 stars on Google. A lot of friends recommend them. They've won awards for their service. They've spent more than 40 years serving the Valley's HVAC, heating, and plumbing needs. Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating. I mean, why would you not want that? Find out more at Lee'sAir.com. Check out their mission statement, which is all about serving customers and community. Check on their $99 HVAC tune-up service. You want to let Lee's take care of you the way they took care of me and my family, treating us like their family while setting us up with an HVAC system that has improved our quality of life. Lee's Air Plumbing and Heating. Lee'sAir.com. License number 635355.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Your car steering wheel could be a ticking time bomb.
At least 24 people have died and many more injured because their airbags fired shrapnel at them upon inflating. Tens of millions of cars have been recalled. If you suffered cuts that required stitches, hearing or vision loss, or broken bones, please contact us today. You could be owed money for medical bills and other damages.
Morgan & Morgan. Visit us at badairbags.com for an office near you. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Just announced, Stockton Honda has been named #1 of California's best car dealers in 2025 by USA Today and Statista. This prestigious award is based on thousands of customer reviews and recommendations, ranking dealerships for service, value, and satisfaction. Out of hundreds evaluated, Stockton Honda is proud to be #1, recognized for all-around excellence and commitment to our customers. Visit Stockton Honda, where reputation meets the road.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Drapes and Jay holding it down. Final half hour of the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports 1140. Kevin Whitey Gleason will be back on Monday talking about who should have their jersey retired. And I made the case De'Aaron Fox should have that number 5 retired at some point. Jay pushes back, says, nah, not so.
You know what it is real fast before you go into the diatribe of why? Is it's like this. And we were talking about Hall of Fame, Chris Bosh and all that earlier. Andre Iguodala, because Jeff Teague said he had the worst All-Star year ever.
Yeah.
If I got to think about it, if there's a question, then no. That's the way I'm looking at it.
916-339-1140. Going to get to the phone lines in a second, Jay. But here's the mic drop. Last year, right here at Sacktown Sports 1140, KHTK Studios. During the offseason, we did an exercise. The top 40 greatest Sacramento Kings. And I got it right here. Number 1, Chris Webber. Numbers retired. Number 2, Mitch Richmond. Numbers retired. Number 3, Peja. Numbers retired. Number 4, DeMarcus Cousins. Do you believe DMC should be retired? So what I'm saying is number 4 is DeMarcus and number 5 is De'Aaron Fox. So if 2 members of our top 5 can't get their jersey retired, what the hell are we doing? We just did this exercise. These are the top 5 greatest players in Sacramento Kings history. And you guys out there on the text line and YouTube are telling me, nope, De'Aaron Fox can't get his jersey retired. He's a top 5 Sacramento King of all time. But nope, he didn't do enough to get his jersey retired. You could be top 5 all time, but we ain't putting your jersey up. That's what you're telling me, Jay. We just did the exercise last year, big fella.
I hear you. You got a good point there. You got a good point. I figured you might go this route somewhere in the fact that he's a top 10 king of all time. Right. And if you don't have a top 10, you know,
it's like, dang.
I guess it's relative to the period of time he was here versus what he accomplished versus, you know, we got some very strong opinions on the text line about, you know, what he did for the community, taking his team postseason. Yeah, he did great, but it's empty calories because he didn't lead this team to a postseason. And then on the vice versa, you have some people like, well, he did take this team, snap the streak of 16 years. For me, it's a no.
Still a no, even
Still
after
a
I
no.
just
But
made
yeah,
that
you make a great. I mean,
damn, it's
a good
top
point.
5 player of all time in our franchise.
Which he shouldn't have been. I didn't agree with that, but
okay,
yeah.
What you have him? You remember?
I think around a 10.
Yeah,
Somewhere around there.
Let's get to the phones, Jay. 916-339-1140. Patrick on line 1. You're hanging out with Drapes and Jay. What's up, Patrick?
Drapes and Jay, how you guys doing today, man?
Good. What's up, man?
Hey, man, you talking about the jersey retirements. In my opinion, as a Sacramento Kings fan, I think the jersey that should be retired out of everything is probably Greg Lukenbill. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have basketball in Sacramento. So, I mean, that to me is very important as a Kings fan. I mean, yes, you got the G-Man, you got Jerry Reynolds. They should all be up there. But I think Greg is the one that should get up there because we wouldn't be having no basketball if it wasn't for that man.
Hey, I hear you, Patrick. Having the vision that Greg Lukenbill had to say, you know what?
Got a point.
Basketball can work here in Sacramento.
What do you, and I should have asked Pat before I hung up on him. That's my fault. Like a G-Man, a Greg Lukenbill, what do you hang? Do you hang the jersey and it says, owner, or like, what do you hang for the G-Man?
You got to have a jersey with, I said, just like a microphone on it.
Okay.
And G-Man on, at the top.
But it's got to be a jersey.
Yeah, you got to, right?
Because there really ain't nothing else you can hang.
What else?
A banner
can you hang?
like that doesn't work.
Nah. Throw a jersey, G-Man on the back with the microphone.
Okay.
But Greg Lukenbill, I don't know. That's tough.
He gets the love for bringing the squad, no doubt.
Yeah. That's tough.
But one thing I am finding is we have a theme of a lot of our important people.
Mm-hmm.
They aren't leaving here on best of terms.
Right. Well, and that's what somebody says.
Damn, man.
From the 209.
Yeah.
I would not retire anybody who wanted out of the franchise. If De'Aaron Fox was shocked and upset that he was traded, okay. He wanted out. If you wanted to hang around a few more years, it would have happened. Like, just let it play out instead of strong-arming your way at that time. And I think that's why I said it's going to take some years for things to simmer down, to cool down, for the fan base to, you know how it is. When you playing, he's still with San Antonio. He's going to get booed every time he comes. But 10 years down the line, 12, whatever, and he's sitting courtside with the owner there, and they throw him on the Jumbotron, we'll remember he was our drafted player, helped lead us to the playoffs. And how many times have we said that Beam Team squad shouldn't have to buy a drink again in this town? It's because the way De'Aaron Fox went out that I feel like people are saying, I don't know about that, Drapes.
Yeah. It's the lasting taste in the mouth right now is the fact that it was a bad split. It wasn't on good terms. And so I think you said this last segment, if I'm not mistaken, maybe a little time heals the wounds.
Right.
And then we'll all take a step back. And depending on, what else he does throughout his NBA career. Because I will say this, if De'Aaron, who just continues to be a good player, not a great player, or however you want to say it, a legend, an all-star, but let's just say he continues on the path that he is right now and doesn't win no championships and maybe gets one more all-star or something of that nature. I definitely don't want no scrub up there in my rafter.
Right.
So I don't know, Drapes. I don't know. And I'm not saying if you average 20 points, you're a scrub, but I'm also saying there is status for legendary figures to be up in the rafters. Are we not talking about that?
No, we are.
Okay. Yeah.
Is De'Aaron legendary for us? Not in NBA wise, not comparing them to Magic and Bird and all them and Kobe, but I'm saying for Sacramento. You're not going there with me.
Yeah, it's a fine line, man, because he ain't do nothing.
No,
that
he
was
went to the playoffs. All NBA, All-Star, Clutch Player of the Year.
Pretty much all in 1 year.
But when you look at
it, had a hell of a year.
But damn, Jay, it's gonna be empty up there, then, big fella. We waiting around. Like, come on, man. I'm talking this.
But we got the G-Man. We got Greg Lukenbill. We got a few more years to buy some people some time.
916-339-1140. Larry, you're on line 2. What's up, Larry? You're on with Drapes and Jay.
Oh, it's all good. But I was just going to say something about Derrick Rose. You know, he was a phenomenal player in high school. They won about state championship. They played for a great school, Simeon. You know, they keep on winning championships or playing real good in the Chicago area, who's a hotbed for basketball. And, you know, they're going to give them a day and everything they can. And I also think, you know, Darren just has left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth. But while he was here, he gave it all, his all, you know. So
I'm with you. I hear you, Larry.
That's how I feel about it.
Appreciate you, man. Thanks for the call. Let me run through De'Aaron Fox's numbers here in Sacramento.
Shout out Pops, too.
Oh, that's
Ramsey.
That's Ramsey's dad. I was wondering. I thought it was.
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
Shout out Ramsey's dad, Larry. Yep.
Absolutely.
I'll add him. Yep. Fox as a rookie, 11.6. Second year, 17.3. Then Jay, 21, 25, 23, 25, 26, 25. In this 8 years, 7.5 years in Sacramento, 21.5 points. Throughout the first year or two, that goes up even more. And I understand there's only one playoff berth. Went out the wrong way. But he's a top 5 Sacramento King, arguably, of all time.
Yeah, he is, arguably, depending on who you ask. I don't know.
Can't can you get there with DeMarcus more so than really?
For me, I can.
Why?
Because I think he has more personal accomplishments. The All-Stars, the All-Leagues. And truly, the one thing that has really, and DeMarcus talked about it, a lot of people, the one thing that has the drawback for DMC is the attitude on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
But hands down, Drapes, nobody questions his talent.
Right.
Hands down. There's never been a time where people like, man, that dude was not talented. We had people come on the show, man. At one point in time, I can remember one of the players, it might have been Anthony Tolliver. He was like, man, he was the best center in the league, hands down. I don't care what nobody said to him. He was that talented. Now, that's just one part of the grand scheme of things. But I also think he invested his time, his effort, dug in, to the community. Was a little more forthcoming in the community than De'Aaron Fox. I think De'Aaron's family was out in front of the camera a little more as far as being, intertwined into the community. They both didn't have a good breakup with the Sacramento Kings.
Right.
But the one difference for me is this. DMC doesn't have no issue with the city. I think his issue really revolves around Vivek and the organization. And I'm not saying
issue with the city.
I'm not saying that.
All right, okay.
But I'm also saying the perception of it is DMC didn't want to leave. He didn't want to leave the city. He wanted to figure out what in the hell was going on with the organization and why y'all didn't give me that check. Where De'Aaron, to some people, it's like, oh, man, you want it out of here. And out of here means out of the city. I don't think DMC's, love for the city is questioned.
Right.
I feel like some people question the fact that De'Aaron wanted to get out of here as, separating himself completely from Sacramento. Where DeMarcus is like, nah, I got nothing but love for Sacramento. And I'm not saying De'Aaron ain't saying that. I said the perception of it.
Yeah. Take this quick break. 916-339-1140. We'll put a bow on this conversation and take you into the weekend. It's the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports 1140.
The Allen Styles Show.
Somebody was talking about the Raiders and how good Derek Carr looked and how they wanted to do the sit him for a year thing, but it's just really hard when you got a Lamborghini in the garage and you want to test it out and drive the Lamborghini around. Who is the Lamborghini in the garage right now for the Kings? Is it Keon? Keegan can't be the Lamborghini. Keegan's playing.
You can listen to the Allen Styles Show Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on 1140 a.m. YouTube and the Sacktown Sports app.
Hey, everybody, it's Kyle Draper from Mercedes-Benz of Stockton, and let me tell you about the great deals they have going on right now. You can receive up to $9,500 in bonus cash when you lease select models. Not interested in a lease? How about a certified pre-owned vehicle? That's right, they have low rates for up to 36 months, or maybe you're looking to buy brand new. Well, they got you covered when it comes to that as well. And if you're looking for an electric vehicle, well, check out their deals on e-sprinters. Take it from me, I'm now rolling in the finest ride I've ever had. I'm driving the all-new electric EQS SUV. I don't have to worry about filling my tank at all. It's a long-range vehicle, and not only do I love it, my family loves it as well. So take it from me, Kyle Draper. Mercedes-Benz of Stockton is where you want to go to buy your new vehicle. They believe that when you buy the finest car in the world, you deserve the best car buying experience you'll ever have. They're just a short drive down I-5 or online anytime at mbfstockton.com.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This is your invitation to the Kohl's Friends and Family Sale, hand-delivered to your speakers. Get 20% off your favorite brands, including Yankee Candle, Cuisinart, Lee & Carter's. So when someone says, "I love that candle," you can say, "Thanks, I got it at the Kohl's Friends and Family Sale. They personally invited me." Yep, consider yourself a VIP. Select styles, some exclusions apply. Offer ends August 24th. See store or kohls.com for details.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Low Cash, Vincent Mason, and Avriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo with RVs of Sacramento and the Sled Museum of Science and Curiosity. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
Carmichael Dave here for my friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Yes, I always tell you they are a family-owned operation, been in business since 81, A-plus Better Business Bureau, but it is hot. We are in those Sacramento hot months. I want to focus on them being your second opinion partner. What does that mean? Maybe you've got somebody you're working with or you've worked with in the past in the HVAC world. Guess what? They want to give you a second opinion. How much does it cost? Nothing. You call them up and say, "Hey, can I get a second opinion on this deal?" They come out and they either say, "Wow, that's a great deal. You should feel better about that." Or they say, "We can beat that price." And usually they're going to beat it by a lot. Guess what? You just saved money and it didn't cost you anything to find out. It's a no-lose situation. Go with a trusted company. American Energy, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle Singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Time now for your Sacktown Sports 49ers report. Brought to you by Kia of Vacaville, conveniently located beside the Vacaville outlets. Jake Moody hit a walk-off game-winning 59-yard field goal on Saturday as the 49ers beat Las Vegas 22-19. Moody had 5 field goals on the afternoon. Brock Purdy played, and he was 5 of 7 for 66 yards in the opening series. 49ers play their final preseason game this Saturday. Listen right here at 5:30 p.m. on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Football season is here at Kia of Vacaville. You can score big in a new 2025 Kia Niro LX with up to 53 MPG combined at Kia of Vacaville. Perfect for road trips, tailgates, and cruising to Levi Stadium in style and comfort. But don't wait. Inventory is limited at Kia of Vacaville, and these deals won't last long. Visit KiaVacaville.com or stop by right next to the Vacaville outlets for friendly service, easy shopping, and unbeatable value. All in one stop. Kia of Vacaville, where the adventure begins.
The Tribe Guys powering your afternoons Monday through Friday on Sacktown Sports.
Jay, you killing me, man.
My boy finna hit the road.
Yo, I am so excited, man. I am just counting down the days, the minutes. I cannot wait, big fella. Vacation is about 5 minutes away.
Man, stay safe.
Yeah, I got to. My mom's like, you got to send me the itinerary. I need to know where you are, what country you're in and everything like
Man,
that.
moms never stop being moms.
Never stop. So I got to send that to her, man. Fly out Sunday, 11 a.m., 16.5-hour flight to Singapore. Get there Monday at 6:30 p.m. Singapore time.
Whole nother day.
But I'm looking for it, big fella. I'm looking forward to it. Go to Singapore, Bali, Indonesia. Gonna be chilling on the beaches in Bali and then wrap it up. Sydney, Australia for a few days, man. And then your boy's gonna lock in. Come back. Gotta go to the NBA meetings in a couple of weeks, but fun time is over, baby. It's work time. It's time to lock in, get ready for this Sacramento Kings season. Wrapping up our conversation we just had about should De'Aaron Fox eventually have his number retired in the rafters. I haven't seen too many people saying yes. And I get it. It's still, the wounds are still fresh. I will say this, because people have made the case for DeMarcus Cousins, who I also believe should have his jersey retired at G1C. Did you know that while in Sacramento, just their time in Sacramento, Jay?
Yep.
De'Aaron Fox was a better scorer, a higher scorer than DeMarcus Cousins?
I believe that.
Think about that, big fella.
I believe that.
So statistically, scoring-wise, De'Aaron Fox got the edge in his time in Sacramento over DeMarcus
Points.
Cousins. But DMC did other things, rebounds and everything. Just the force he played with, 3-time All-Star while in Sacramento.
Yeah.
I get it. But I think we're shortchanging Fox a little bit.
DMC held the flag for Sac. He walked around the NBA with the banner for the Kings. He was, oh man, he's one of the best in the league, and he plays for the Sacramento Kings. And I'm not saying De'Aaron's not that person. I don't want, I'm not, by all means, that's not what I'm saying. I just felt like it was felt a little more. The love was bestowed upon Sacramento a little more because of what DeMarcus did. The recognition of Sacramento and the Sacramento Kings was on a higher level than when De'Aaron was here. I truly believe if you ask most fans, they would say, and we're saying them on text line, De'Aaron had a lot of empty calories.
Damn.
Where DeMarcus, most people would say, man, this dude was an all-star in the league. It felt like he was the best in the league. I'm not convinced that most, more people would say De'Aaron was, even a top 5 point guard in the league, let alone like he carried the banner. It just felt bigger. It felt more. The promotion felt, a little more substance behind it.
And what's so crazy about that, and you're 1,000% right. I'm in Boston, Philly, wherever. DeMarcus was known league-wide. He was a league-wide name. De'Aaron kind of did his work, his damage in obscurity almost, Jay. And because when you look at it, he's putting up numbers. It ain't like DeMarcus was winning 50 games or anything like that. He never get to the playoffs. But his impact, his aura, if you will, was greater.
Felt like it.
Right. Felt like it.
It was if nothing else, we got the best center in the league or one of the best players in the league, where I think universally he was recognized as that on the floor, where De'Aaron, it felt like we were always fighting just for the respect for him to be considered one of the best in the league. Like it was hands down. DMC's is the best center, if not one of the top 2.
Yeah.
Top 3.
And here's the thing, and I'll wrap it up like this. To your point, it felt like, and maybe this is what you're talking about, the city was fighting for De'Aaron, and then De'Aaron turned his back on the city on his way out to saying, we trying to get you recognition all these years, big fella. And it breaks our heart that you wanted to leave. I'm out of here, man. I'm on vacation, Jay. Don't call, don't text, don't tweet.
Dang,
don't slide into the
out.
DMs, big fella.
Man.
I am going off the grid. Be back on September 8th.
When?
September 8th.
First game of the season almost.
Yep. For the next couple of weeks, you got Whitey and Jay, man. Thanks for checking in with us. It's the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports 1140.